Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground Live. We are happy to be here. We have a fun episode for you today. Me and Dylan did a little competition. How will we start our collection with only $500 starting today? And also, we have a Pokemon cell that was very interesting and kind of connects to Fortnite in a way. We'll definitely cover that. We have some verses. We also want to kind of talk about why Series 2 is overlooked. Metallica's in Fortnite. I'm not a big Metallica fan, but I love the rollout. I love everything that came with it. It was merch that came with it as well. So that's going to be something interesting to talk about. And last but not least, sales as well. So let's get into it. My name is Rob. How you doing, bro?
What's going on? There were so many people here early, so I gotta say what's up to Mile High,
Yeah.
Inky, Matthew Fair, Schwartz, taking high ground. He's always here. Uh, Richard, Warfighter, what's going on, everybody? I'm excited. I'm also pissed off because this was my idea, right?
hmm
Yeah, this was my idea, and I'm mad at myself.
At least for the episode, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I was like, hey, let's go do this next week for the episode for the $500 thing.
hmm
Someone else mentioned it in the comments, but I was like, hey, let's do this for
hmm
Friday. And then how many hours? Like, was it 1 day, 2 days before I bought a card?
About 2 days.
I was like, dude, so when I'm not buying, which I'm not buying right now, when I'm not
uh,
buying, I don't open eBay. Like, I try not to open eBay. But for this competition, because we both gave each other 500 imaginary dollars to
hmm
go and like buy stuff off of eBay. So add it to our cart so we could show each other. And one of the cards, I don't know why, it's just like, dang, I want this. I like this price, and I buy it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was interesting learning about myself. Freaking Fortnite's addicting as heck.
Yeah,
It should be fun.
it should be.
And we also are. So I don't know if you guys are reading the chat. I played at like midnight. I played Pac-Man versus Black Ash, and I won some games. So like, we're not gonna act like I didn't win. It's just I didn't win, more than he did. So I also bet. I believe it was Mile High that I bet. Um, was it Mile High or was it Warfight? I cannot remember. I think it was Mile High. Which one of you guys bet me? I forget. We bet a card,
hmm
and he said to do it as a giveaway. So I'll be giving away this Cracked Ice Renegade Raider first appearance DKV card tonight. Sorry for the focus, but is it working? It'll come
Put your
back.
face, put your face closer. It should hit it. Yeah, it'll find it.
I'll find it. All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully. All right.
JL, what's up?
Do
What's
you have
up?
anything else for Let me fix it.
Mm.
There we go.
N- Nah, we got. It just depends on where we want to start. Where you want to start?
Well, let's get into whatever you got, and then we'll get into the competition.
Yeah,
I think that's going to spark a lot of the conversation going forward.
yeah. So starting here, Kari put in the Discord. Shout out to Kari for this, and also shout out to the Discord. If you're not in there already, it would be great to join. Great community. We have sales in there, trades, everything going on. So definitely join if you haven't already. But this was a sell on eBay for over $1 million. Just grab the screenshots here. What's interesting, which you probably won't be able to see on the screen clearly, but this is all different language prints for the first edition
Ooh,
Pokemon. So
interesting.
yeah, and they did it as a set, and obviously you can see the cell. So obviously we can't do completely compare Fortnite and Pokemon cards, but the fact that they have the prints, and it just tells you that in the long run, a lot of the lines are going to be blurred, and that's something that you can think about as you're building your collection, especially if you're just starting out building your collection. So yeah, what you think about this, bro?
I think that's super interesting. I mean, because we're always talking about like there's going to be room for all sorts of collectors, whether it's Italy, Brazil, USA, and this kind of hits that like on the head.
hmm
This makes me think: did you go off the USA path for your 500?
No, but you'll see, you'll see.
I went back
No,
and forth, man. I was like trying
yeah,
to figure out what to do,
okay.
but this is super interesting.
To your question though, to your question, I did have multiple moments where Yeah, it was interesting. I did have multiple moments, but I was like, okay, I have too much knowledge. I'm trying to think as a new collector a little bit. So that was the thing that was
About
hard.
we have because I think that's what's beneficial to a new collector if they were
Yeah.
so that I went with just what would I do today, um,
Hmm.
if I was starting over,
Yeah.
but I get what you're saying. That
Yeah.
is if I went with that, if I would like, because I know what I did is I went heavy into the like Italy cards in the beginning. Like I had
Yeah.
so many Italy shards, like so many.
Mhm.
Um, I approached it a little differently this time.
No, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I mean, obviously, we're gonna get into it in a second, but that was great for that. And like you said, that definitely sparks conversation for when we do our $500.
So
Um,
that sold that.
yeah, that's sold. Yeah, that's
That's
sold.
crazy.
This screenshot right here was obviously while it was still available, but it was you see that the item out of stock, which
It's out of stock.
I hate when eBay does that. That drives me nuts. But
Yeah.
like when
Because
you go
I've
to
got
a
stuff in
card,
my watch list, and then I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
that's not still available," and then it goes out
yeah,
of stock, and I'm like pissed.
yeah. So
What did it sell for? Do you know?
I think it was slightly over a million. I don't know if it was 1,084,000, but I'll get the exact number at the end and obviously put in the Discord. And if you're not, oh yeah, that's JL. Yeah, I'll put in the Discord, JL. But yeah, so last before we get into the fun part of the show, this was interesting. Retro is the Fortnite lore guy for sure, but without having to go through all of this, pretty much what he was getting at is that he thinks Charlie Wynn is going in a direction where he's going away from the 0 point and the island is the main character, and he's actually going to characters being the focal point. And he's going based off the new dialogue in the game and everything like that. If that's the case, do you think that's the right direction?
Heck yeah, man. Because I mean, right direction, wrong direction, I don't know.
Hmm.
Any direction, take a freaking
Yeah,
direction.
yeah,
But like if they build up the characters, I think that's great for us. For like comics, I think it's great for movies, and
hmm,
it's them using the IP that they built because like we say this every battle pass is like we like the Fortnite original characters so much. Yeah, we like crossovers and stuff like that, but a lot of us like hardcore fans like the actual Fortnite characters.
yep,
So them building that out is really interesting. Like we talk about this all the time, like the whole Drift clan
yep,
and the Fox Clan or whatever you want to call it, and all those different characters. So building them out would be amazing. Um, yeah, no, I'm 100% down for that. Whether it's, I always thought the idea about like that the story being about the island was cool, but if you think about it, it is semi limited if that's the focus of is only staying on the island.
yep,
If you talk about the characters, you can go to their backstories, their worlds, and all those kinds of things.
hmm,
I still think the island should be important, but
yeah,
maybe not the like main thing. I think they should explore all these different characters until they hit characters that are fan favorites. Just
yeah,
like you look at X-Men, there's so many different characters, but then you've got Wolverine. You know what I'm
hmm.
saying? So it's like there's a different level of like which characters people love. Which I'm going to talk about my top five, my 500 album with it. It brought some ideas to my head, so
Interesting.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, yeah. No, I have the same exact perspective on that. And just to add on that, they can always down the road if the relationship is still there, if Dono ever wanted to tell his story his way, like you said, like when it comes to X-Men and any different factions that you see across other IPs, you can do that. But I think
Well,
for Charlie Wynn, I think it's important for him to kind of separate from that.
to be fair, I think Dharmasa did that. So like
Hmm.
when he started, like that was the whole thing. We all experienced it. Like that's how I experienced Fortnite is the island changing. So
Hmm.
those four chapters, that was the story. So we did experience that for like 7 years, right?
Yeah.
So Dharmasa did his job. He told his story. So now I think it is okay for us to go in a whole new direction and focus on the characters, do it Charlie Wynn's way, as long as he has some kind of ideas and
Either
they're
way,
good.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I do think that yeah, I'm sure Thomas had lots of ideas, but
Mhm.
he was successful in telling the story through the island. I
Yeah,
mean, that's what captivated us. So I think he did tell that story.
yeah, for sure. No, that definitely was a and another thing that I did not put in here is switching topics. JT put it in brought it in there. I did see it from Spidey Hits as well. Upper Deck is taking over DC for the cards, I believe, starting at the end of 2024, obviously the fourth quarter. So, what do you feel about that? It makes me kind of jealous, if I'm being honest. I wish Upper Deck
Because
was
you love
taking over.
Upper Deck, right?
Yeah, I wish
Yeah.
Upper Deck was taking over Fortnite. Like you can just now, based off of Spidey hits, using Upper Deck all the time when it comes to their online website and stuff like that. He's skeptical if they can take that level of a load where, using doing Marvel and DC. He said just because there's some quality control issues and things like that. So I don't know exactly how much they're taking on, because obviously that's not our field. But if they can successfully do it, have him. They already said that Batman and all of that IP is going to have PMGs and things like that. So the fact that they heard PMGs, their fans were extremely excited based off the comments. So yeah, I'm a little jealous on that one, but yeah, it should be interesting.
Interesting enough. So talking about like cards and them in printing and like what they're doing with stuff like that. I've been bugging the director
Yeah.
at Epic Games, the director of products or whatever his title is. I keep sending. I sent him like 2 or 3 emails this week, and I have like a tracker, so like he keeps opening my email, but he's not responding. So I mean, it's June. It's been 6 months, so I'm gonna follow up again on Monday or Tuesday, and then
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday. I am gonna get us an answer on like, hey, is this coming out in 2024, 2025? Give us something. He keeps opening the email, so just not responding yet. Don't worry, I'm gonna get him, guys. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah, man. You know, I won't I won't hypothetical as to crazy as we usually do. So yeah, just let's just hope something let's hope something comes soon.
I want anything. He was
Yeah,
like,
literally.
chill, it's coming. Fine, it's good. That's good enough.
No, that would be perfect. If he said
Mm-hmm.
that, I'll be good with that. That's a win.
Like, stop bugging me. It's coming. I'm like, all right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough.
And that is it for the news that's like inside the game and just overall news. Also, last thing, uh, there's the PSA eBay auction aspect is rolling out. We won't go too deep into that, but that's going to be major for the hobby, just based off of you being able to grade. And if you don't want the card to be sent back, or let's say you wanted one PSA 10 and then you sent in three and you got two PSA 9s, one PSA 10, you can immediately auction off the two PSA 9s and get the PSA 10 sent back to you. Things like that. Percentages and stuff is was also talked about, but we won't go too deep into that. But I think that should be great for the hobby overall.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
And that is it.
I went on a date with my wife today, and we went to a coffee shop afterwards, and then there's a card shop there, so we went to the card shop.
Yeah,
Not too much for it. Then I found three blasters for Series 3.
there you go.
I'm not buying anything, but it's like, ugh, all right. It was $20, so I was like, all right, let me
I'm
take my
not
look.
buying anything. Let me buy this.
Oh my gosh, it was a date. It's like we opened up some cards at the shop. Trash.
Mhm.
Glimmer Specialist. I think I've pulled this card 100 million times. In a laser, and
Yeah.
so my streak continues. Um, so I'm like team buy your singles off of eBay right
Yeah,
now.
buy your singles.
I'm telling you, it's bad.
It's been some crazy rips over the past week or so
I'm
when it
jealous.
came to blog cards. Randy, aka Black Ash, had an amazing one, and Kyrie had some hits as well. And he had a little system going on, so it shows you what you can do if you kind of find an opportunity like that.
Speaking of Kari, Rob and Kari had a whole conversation. So if you guys are premium
Yeah,
members, head to FortniteCards.com and you can get that exclusive video. They did a whole conversation. Um, I wasn't in it, but I listened to it afterwards, and
mm,
it was pretty interesting. You guys
yeah,
went deep into the whole
yeah,
collecting theories, and
yeah,
they
yeah,
were nerding out for sure. So it
yeah.
was cool to listen to.
the deep nerd level. And obviously, we'll have a clip for y'all to see if y'all are not premium subscribers yet, just to see if it's something you'll be interested in. There'll be more things coming. Obviously, like we'll try to give as much as we can, and yeah, keep it moving.
Yeah, people have been doing the next time there's like a huge sale and we know people are going to be going live ripping, we need
Yeah,
a page on the website that's like, all right, these people are going to be going
yeah,
live
that'll be
and like
great.
share with the community because I watched that, like I watched Black. I missed Kari's. I think that was
Yeah, I
like
watched it.
cooking dinner. But
Yeah,
I was able to catch Black Ashes, and man, I was so jealous. I had to come in and out, but
yeah,
I was so jealous. I was like, dang, these guys are ripping all these megas.
yeah.
Um, But man, and Car was giving out good deals.
No, I have a problem though. I'm spoiled YouTube wise, and what I mean by that is I have YouTube Premium. So a situation like you said, like going in and out with YouTube, I can still hear and close my phone and like be on the move. You can't do that with Instagram, and it just kills it sometimes for me because
Yeah.
it's like just being, whether I'm driving or if I'm, at the gym or something like that. So, Instagram, I be in there as much as I can because it was some great rips.
I try to do that too, but then like if I'm not looking at my phone, it's because my kids are talking to me or something like that, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna work anyway. um, but yeah, it was a long time. It was great. All right,
Yeah.
you want to jump into it? So I'm excited.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Nah, you
You want
go
me to go?
first. You go
You want me
first.
to go first? You gonna
Yep.
put me on the
We
spot?
can. It might be a delay. We can rock for it. Let's do a rock.
All
Come on.
right, ready?
All right. Yep. Rock.
Rock,
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Go it. Three,
rock,
two, one. No,
oh,
no, no. Three, two, one. Rock,
rock,
paper,
paper,
scissors.
scissors. This ain't gonna work.
I
I'll
win.
go.
So go first.
All right, I'll go first. I'll go first. Let me see. I've never
it's
presented
not.
like this. Let me
It's
see
not
it.
gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Let me upload
What you doing it
file.
straight? You doing? Oh, you
No,
doing
I'm
it
doing
that
it.
way?
I'm doing it your way. I'm not gonna share.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna do it your way if I can. Hopefully this works. Let me see if this uploading, processing. Any guesses on how many cards?
4.
That's a pretty good guess. All right, you guys ready? All right, so this is my top 500. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about it at the end on what I went through.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
This is the kind of the final stage. And this is not the order in which I picked them. I just threw
Yeah.
them up here. All right, don't bash me. And at the end, we'll do a vote and see what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
Who won the $500 challenge?
There you go.
All right. So my first one tonight and is the Ghoul Trooper Cracked Ice Brazil.
Yeah.
So this just popped up like yesterday or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
for $80, and it looked pretty clean. And I just wanted a Series 1 card in here, and I was like, I was going through all these different cards, and I redid my cart a million times. At one point, I had just one USA card, and it was like taking up everything, and I was like, nah, I can't. I'm not gonna do that. But then the Gold Trooper popped up, and I had to take some stuff off because I
Yeah.
really do like Gold Trooper. And if I didn't have anything, I was just starting out. I mean, the cracked ice, whether it's, I mean, I could have got some kind of hollow, but for
Mm-hmm.
$80 to get some form of cracked ice, even though the other Gold Trooper is kind of out of reach or not even available or even online. So I was like, yeah, I had to pick this one up. So I still think Brazil and Italy shards, if it's the right skin,
Mm-hmm.
under 100, it's like worthwhile, in my opinion. But like the skin really mattered to me.
Yeah.
It was deep. All right, ready? My second one. So
Okay.
I'll tell the story. This is all these cards are on eBay, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
The Manic Cracked Ice USA Raw, in my opinion, will probably get a 9, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
It's listed for $350. I had it in my cart, and they requested an offer for 175. So I
I
said, all
respect
right,
that. I
it's
respect that.
going into my thing, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like, they sent the offer. And in my opinion, I was going through all this stuff. I was like, this is one of the strongest Series 2 skins. And at
Mm-hmm.
175 with how many are graded and the chance to get a 10. So if you're working with $500, unless like you can get a really good deal on like a 10, I would just go for raw, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just take your shot because it's not like you're going to be able to pile up a whole bunch of 10s at high prices. So I think going for raw cards is a really good plan. And that's how I built up my first sub that had all
Yeah.
those 10s. Those were all raw cards, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you're starting out and people say like you don't have a lot of money and you want to buy, you can't just go for the expensive 10s. That's not your game,
Yeah.
right? But that doesn't mean that you can't get those big cards. And so I think Manic is one of those cards that can do big things in the future. Just
Yep.
based on like people know that card, they know the skin, the usage is high, and it's all around great. So I picked that one up for 175. I think that's the most expensive card I got. We'll see. All right, went
That's a
down to
beautiful
Series
one.
3, Elite
Uh-huh.
Agent. I was tempted. I was looking at like, do I do Series 3 cracked ice? Do I want a Series 1 hollow? And like at one point I had what's it what's that skin? A series 1 hollow
Mm-hmm.
up here. Omega Hollow USA for like $50.
Yeah.
And I thought about putting this up here, but then I was like, man, Elite Agent is like so good. And I was looking through Fortnite GG, and Elite
Mm-hmm.
Agent is a season 3 battle pass skin.
Yeah.
And it's so high up on usage and likes and everything. It's just so underrated in my opinion. And if you can get the top card for that skin for under $100, that's a win. And by the way, it's listed at 99, but they also submitted an offer for $80, which got me into my 500, I believe. I might be like a dollar over, something like that.
That's okay.
All right, so that was a good one for me. Next, I'm not a huge fan of Siren, or me personally.
Yeah.
But there's so many people who love Siren and know Siren, and people know her name and who she is, and she's super high up. And
Mm-hmm.
for $20 is insane for this card and this skin, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Probably one of the best deals I found overall.
Mm-hmm.
So she had to go in there. There's not too much to say about that one. I mean, $20 for her top card is kind of crazy.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
All right, and this last one is the one I ended up buying, and this has a story behind it. Is Bunker Jonesy PSA 10. All right,
That's a good
so
one. That's a good one.
I got Bunker Jonesy, and this is for someone in the group. They're in the Discord. I don't look at the selling stuff too often because I'm not trying to buy. But
Mm-hmm.
because of this competition, I was looking on eBay and they listed this for 135. I was like, dang, for Bunker Jonesy. And I
Mm-hmm.
love that's if you guys don't know, Rox is one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
skins, and this leads into that season.
There
And
you
I
go.
loved the
I like it.
whole video for all of this, right? And when he was stuck in the cave with Peely and everything, so I was like, dang, for 135, his top card and a PSA 10.
Yeah.
When you only got 500, you can have his top card in a 10. I was like, this
Mm-hmm.
is easy money. I was like, oh man, I really actually want this card. The more I thought through it, I was like, dang, I need this. So I ended up buying this card for 135. So what did I learn? They reached out and they said, I put this for sale in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and looked. I was like, dang, he's right. He also offered up a Hunting Rifle Hollow and a Bright Bomber Hollow with it
Mm-hmm.
for like $20 more, which would have been
Yeah.
a steal,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So I learned that if you guys are doing low budget,
Mm-hmm.
based off, I mean, you already learned all my thought process for everything else, but don't just stick to eBay. Join Facebook groups, join the Discord,
Yep.
because not every people are looking for quick money, and if they're looking for money and they don't want to pay the fees and stuff like that or quick deals, I do this all the time in the Facebook group. I'll bundle a whole bunch of stuff up. It's a huge deal. That's probably the best way to work on a budget.
Yeah.
Um, and don't be afraid to take a chance on people, right? So like I know people like eBay because it's safe and secure and stuff like that. But when you're working with low amount of funds and you want to build your collection, you
Yeah.
have to take on more risk. So that means buying raw cards, right? It means working with people off of eBay and things like that. I mean, of course, do your due diligence, try to be safe, but I think that's the best way you can do with the 500. So I was really pleased, and I'm excited that I bought a PSA 10, even though I'm not supposed to be buying cards. So,
Mhm.
what do you think, Rob? What do you think so
No,
far?
I honestly think you did great. I think you did great. I think you crossed a great amount of different sections and perspectives of the hobby. And I think that what you seeing what a siren can go for, what you can get a siren for starting off, especially just being so new. I think your list is solid for real, for real. I
Thanks.
think it was good. I think it was good.
Like it took I when I say I put a lot of work into it, I don't know why. I love searching eBay. I love
Yeah,
it. It's an addiction. So
it's bad.
like it's like I put a lot of like every day I was searching and changing it. And at one point it just had one PSA 10 in that cart. And I was like,
Mhm.
no, let me do that. And I went back and reworked it like 100 times.
Yeah,
Um so no, I'm excited to see yours.
yeah,
And then I can hear your thought process.
yeah. So when it came to mines, let's start off with this page. So when it came to mines was very interesting because I wanted to experience every aspect or every parallel to understand exactly how I was going to attack the hobby. So what I'm getting at is I started off with obviously this links right here. I actually been ironically I've been looking at this links for a long time. But technically I would have been slightly over, but this is or best offer, and I know just based off of my buying habits, I can get it lower, right? So it would have hit the 500. But I started off with this links right here, because bro, this in my personal opinion, I think this is the second best card in series two. I think it's Aura, and then I think it's Links. And the fact that it's at 119, we all know why it's at 119. It's not the easiest to grade. This is more than likely a nine at best. You probably will get an eight, but it's pretty clean in my opinion. There's one corner in there, but yeah. So that was my series two. For series one, I just know how I am personally. I have to see the card. I can hear Rob and Dylan talk on every Friday as I'm learning a hobby, but if I don't see the card, then I don't get that. Then I don't get that experience. I don't know how aggressive I want to be with it. So for my first two is heavy hitters. I went with Cypher. Cypher is actually a card that I really do like. PSA 7, if I'm being honest, this is a little high in my opinion, but I probably wouldn't have known that. So I just let myself live on that one. Next one, I went into series three and I went deep into my PC. The fact that I can get Terra for this price, especially the laser, for I mean complete, we're not even counting shipping, but so $4, right? And the fact that I get these two, and I also get to experience the laser, I get to experience the cracked ice. So now I know if I really do like the cracked ice in series three, or if it's kind of under or overrated, like the hobby speaks about consistently, because I'm just paying attention to it. And so I would have been very excited about this. This is my favorite skin in series three. Um, and then obviously right here, I had to go to the Deadfire holofoil. I would have did this anyway. In a PSA 9. You know, this one was hard to pass up. And to Dylan's point, I switched in and out multiple times. I had Lux Brazil in here, hollow. I had a Lux Crystal Shard in here, Italy. And the only reason why I took them out is because if I looked at the card, the condition was a little rough. So I just, me being a new collector, I just didn't want to take that risk immediately. And then last but not least, it
That's a
was
nice one.
this one was the one for me because obviously I probably wouldn't have known as a new collector uh that Zadie is this hard, but there's no Zadies on eBay at all. So this would
That's
have
the
been my
one. That's
only
like the only
option.
one. Actually,
Yeah,
there's one other one.
yeah, it is. It is. It's
Okay.
one more. It's one more. So this Italy BGS 8.5. The thing is, now I get to see the Italy cracked ice as well. So through this experience at a $500, I got to see Series One Crystal Shard. I got to see Series Two Italy and USA Italy. I got to see Laser and cracked ice for Series Three. So I think I would have been happy the way I started my collection, and I really I can kind of get a scope of exactly what I like based off of the aesthetic of the cards, aka my favorite word.
Man, I love it. So, do you know how many times that exact links was in there? In
Yeah,
my own 500, I kept putting it up there.
yeah,
I kept coming back to like, all right, if I'm getting series two, right?
yeah,
I'm gonna want like a 10, and that links just wasn't hitting the, and I almost did it, but for over $100. If it was in the 70 80 range, I was like, all right, game. But
yeah.
if I was spending over $100, like, dang, I kind of want to go for something that's graded. I
Hmm.
went for some nines, but then I was like, okay, what's available in like a 10? And
Hmm.
when I was starting out, I remember going after all these other low ones, and I was like, dang, just because you don't have the money that's like to get the super high ones,
Yeah.
if you go slow and
Yep.
get fewer cards, right? They'll be more impactful later. So that's why I was
Yeah.
like the Bunker Jonesy. That's great. Let me get that for a 10.
Hmm.
I also had Vi. So Vi is a PSA 10
Yeah.
cracked ice series
I
3
know what
card.
you talk about.
Yeah, for $79 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was under 100 and it was a PSA 10. All right, so okay, that one is awesome. Let me think about that one. Then I was going through Fortnite GG and I was thinking about it. I was like, all right, well, I this is how I think about for like sports, and I've talked to some people about this. I think in the future that it's very possible that there's gonna be some skins that yeah, people know the name, but like they get no love,
Hmm.
right? And like John Wall, for instance. I talk about this, like everyone knows John Wall's name in basketball, but his cards get no love, right?
Yeah.
And so like Vi, who has a lot of likes on Fortnite GG, she's never coming back out again, probably. Her
Hmm.
usage is not high at all because she only came out once.
Yeah.
Um, so I was like, you know what? Instead of taking a chance on that one, let me go in a different direction. Now, Bunker Jonesy, although he doesn't have that usage, he's Jonesy, and like he comes up, and like I had that story with him.
Yeah.
Vi didn't have that story, so I had
Yeah.
to like really think about all those decisions. Usually, I wouldn't think that hard, but
Right.
because we had that 500 cap, they kept
Yeah.
coming in and out of my cart, and they made me really, really think strategically about this.
Yeah.
So it was hard, man. It was really interesting though.
Yeah. Another thing I like that you said that. Another thing that I ran into is knowing my natural tendencies in general, right? Uh I'm going to make sure that I level up. So I was trying to figure out the cars that makes sense for that instance. And realistically, if we went with your list, I could have leveled up faster technically. Like so for instance, the siren, you grade that
Hmm.
siren that gets a 10.
You can hold
Now we're
that one.
talking. Yeah,
Yeah, as
exactly.
yeah, that one
Yeah.
had a good chance at
So
a 10. I was looking at all those things, like what has a good chance at a 10, and then we go there because I
yeah.
had some nines at first.
Yeah.
I had some nines that were like Optichrome nines, with
Hmm.
super great deals. But I was like, no, no, let me hold out. What can I get like that's like the best of that card?
Yeah.
And that has similar like notoriety, right?
Yeah.
So like I passed on like some Lynx Optichromes I was thinking about. Now if that Lynx was like cheaper, I
Yeah.
think that's what like if it was in like the 70, 80 range, I would have thrown it in there. Um, the other one, the like $180 one, was cleaner,
Hmm.
and I almost took a stab at that, but I was like, no, there's just too many other ones. And then you got Ghoul Trooper under 100
Yeah.
that looked pretty good condition. So
You kn- you know what messed my you know what messed mine's up though, to be honest. That I don't know if you've seen, I'm pretty sure you did because we started at the same time. That Dyer USA
mhm,
shard, the
yeah, I know what
PSA
you're talking about.
7. I think it was a PSA 7.
Hmm.
And it was under $300 with or best offer. I think somebody purchased it by time we
Yeah.
got to today. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna take that off because it's already purchased. But that would have been there instead of for Cypher. Cause I'm thinking like, okay, it's Dyer, tier 100, legendary. That might actually stay in my collection at a PSA 7 without any worries. But I think I did have to have a crystal shard in there, USA, just so I can understand what everybody's talking about on Friday in the Discord and Facebook. And then I can make my own judgments after that. Then I kind of went deep into the PC and things like that. But yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, when I was going through that, I did find some series one. Like there was one. Like, I think the first thing I looked at was like, all right, what series one cracked ice can I get?
Yeah.
Right? That was like my first thought. And I was going through them, and one of the things I noticed, guys, on eBay is, in my opinion, the
Hmm.
cream of the crop is not available. Like it was hard, right?
It
So
was
like
hard.
even though there's some USA shards there were none that like really sparked me like, oh, I want this. Even if it was like a low grade, I was like, okay. Even if like a bright bomber 4 was up there,
Yeah.
or like 5, that might have done it for me. But I just could not find the right balance between the right skin and the right type of card.
I like that.
It
Hmm.
Yeah, you got to be really particular. Um, and I think right now in the market, prices are all over the place. I think people think just because it's a Series One shard, it needs to be like at X price with all the rest. And in
Hmm.
my opinion, just my opinion, is that the skin really matters, and
Hmm.
it's going to really matter long term. So I was really, really picky on that. Um, yeah, it was hard. That's why Vi got out of my. Now, if it was just me personally,
Yeah, that's
um,
different.
it's just different, right? So like I might have grabbed a whole bunch of rocks, crystal shards at like $20 each. But like I think that's fair. So if you're collecting and
Hmm.
your favorite skin is cheap, like one of my favorites is rocks,
Yeah.
then that list 500 should be going towards that. Yeah, get
Yep.
you some that are like great, but like balance it out with some of your favorite skin. I
Yep.
think that's the best way to do it. But I didn't want to just guess what people's favorite skin was.
No, that was great. And now, so for context, it was a PSA 6 and it sold for 260. And if I'm being honest, that I would have purchased for 260 and I would have figured out what to do with the rest of the
I
budget.
like that. All right,
Just
what
yeah,
would you have
that
taken off? What would you have taken off?
I would have definitely. So if I go back, let's see, I'm taking Deadfire off. Um, those would probably fit in there. I'm taking Deadfire off and definitely Cypher. So I probably would have been in budget after that. But Cypher would have been gone. And then
Yeah,
yeah,
that would have
Deadfire.
done it. If
Yeah,
you had done Cipher And him,
Eh,
that would have done it. Yeah, I agree with that too. Let me
yeah,
throw mine up there. Let me see what I would give her because I think Dyer is. You know me, I love
yeah,
that season. Um, I'm keeping this PSA 10
yeah. You got
because
to keep that. You got to
I'm
keep that.
keeping that.
Are
Oof.
you? Are you?
Um,
No, you know what? Honestly, okay. Let me answer for. Let me say what I would
wait.
do in your instance. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, this is crazy.
I see what you about to do.
I'm not changing it. I'm keeping Dyer off. I'm not changing it.
So
I think this was the best. I think this was the best I could have done. To be honest,
So
I'm
I
keeping it.
agree with you. I agree with you, and the reason why I agree with you is because, well, actually, I take that back. The hard part is it did sell. See, and that's what would
Yeah,
have been
but if they're
that would have
just
been a
buying
hard
now,
problem.
right? When I say collectors, I'm thinking like if you want to call yourself a collector, you gotta think long term. Let's say like pretend like you're not gonna sell for 5 years.
Hmm.
Because if you were saying like, all right, I'm starting my collection, right? And just because like these aren't gonna sell at this price right now, otherwise they wouldn't be available.
Yeah,
Um, I do think in the short term, a Series 1 Crystal Shard as good as Dire will probably grow faster than these. But I think like some of these have potential to outpace that card. I think each of these could outpace that card, to be honest.
and
Maybe Dire might be able to pass a Series 1 Dire 7 could possibly pass this.
oh
Um,
yeah,
but
oh no, no, that's
but the rest, but with it being a 10 makes it kind of hard to tell. But I think the rest have potential to beat Dire long term in a USA shard. I do, as
wait.
they
What you
are.
mean USA Shark 7? You
Yeah, the
mean?
shard 7. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's a tough one. For me, I will.
If they 10,
Yeah.
I'm saying like even this 9, I think could beat the 7 long term in a manner.
That's no,
I
that's
do.
that I would be on the opposite side of that, but that's interesting. I can't. It definitely can go either way. For me though, with the Dyer, here's the thing. I know that at this given time, me starting with the $500, everything that I'm getting is going to be fair game until I get to where I want to go. Right. So that Dyer PSA 7. So hypothetically speaking, because this is how stuff usually go. Let's say, let's go with Deadfire. Let's say a Deadfire PSA 9 Crystal Shower pops up, right?
Hmm.
And let's call it $500. Let's say it's $500. Now I have this Dyer. I have the choice of keeping the Dyer, and if it's somebody that I'm building a relationship with on Facebook or the Discord, I can see if they're willing to cut some of that off and add the PSA 7 Dyer in there. So now I'm less on the cash side, and that's the type of cards that I'm looking for right now. I'm not the Rob right now that has this collecting goal. I can take my time, patient. This Rob with that $500, I'm super aggressive. I'm trying to find any nuanced way to build up to those cards that I want. So yeah, that's just how I would approach it if I came in. I will say though, to the point you brought up something that you learned. I will say at this given time of the market, it's near impossible to move that way the same way
Yeah.
that you could move 2 years ago. So you would have to be a little bit more savvy. But until I get to my top cards, everything is fair game. I did also try to fit a Lux PSA 9 Hollow in, and it was at $300. That was too much, just based off of recent comps and things like that. So I couldn't find a way to make it make sense. I just didn't want to be like, oh, it's Lux, $300. I'm not a stupid buyer anymore, even though I bought a Lux for $500 to start my hobby on this side. But that one I had to take out just because it didn't make sense budget wise. Because I would take it's way over what it should sell for, and then it would take so much away from my budget. So I did have to X that one.
Mile High says shards over eyes. All right, if it was a shards of the same skin, but in my opinion, it's the skin over the parallel type. That's what I'm going with. Like I care about the skins, and maybe I'm alone in this, but like even like that's why like Renegade Raider from Reloaded. I care less. I love the shards. I think the shards are beautiful. I think it's the best parallel they've done. Series 1 USA shards are the best parallel they've done, hands down. I agree.
Mhm,
But I think the skins matter more than the parallel type. I do.
mhm,
And I think that's what connects people to the game. I think that's what's going to make people want to collect is the skins, not because it's a shiny card. There's lots of shiny
yeah,
cards out there. There's lots of
yeah.
cool shiny cards. I just was at a card shop today. Lots of shiny ones were $3. Lots of cracked ice
Mhm,
that were rare were $3. The
mhm.
skin matters, and that's what connects to people, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But
Uh, yeah, I think that the shiny talks a little bit more than you're giving it credit for. A little
no,
bit.
no,
It's
I,
for
I I get that.
for Fortnite that is because the thing is let's be real, most things are shiny now when it comes to Pokemon and things like that. But I do agree for the like so for instance, I want to say that I do agree because like for me personally, if one that I had on my list that I took off at the last second was Jules. I had Jules in there. I had her in there
Mhm.
twice. So I had her in there originally for the PSA 10 200. I was like, okay, that's going to kill my budget. And based off of comps, whatever, Then I did find a 9, and I think it was at 99. So at first, I did have Jules in there because, to your point, I'm like, she may not be one that people will go to like usage wise. She does have high usage, but she's not that
Mhm.
poster for that, right? Uh, but I think Jules is recognizable. She has that name recognition, and I do think if as I was building, if I did get a Midas, I could end up pairing it with Jules and I can get creative those ways. So it was a couple different ways that you really could collect in that instance. I will say though, I think as time goes on, I'm going to be very interested in that Crystal Shard cracked ice conversation just based off of time because I do think series 2 is it has depth but it's shallow in appreciation. And I don't know how long it's gonna take for that appreciation to
And
happen.
I'm
One
not
Yeah,
I'm not arguing. Also, just so people clear, I'm not arguing
yeah.
base versus it either. Like I'm talking about like the cracked ice versus the crystal shard. Um,
See,
Richard.
no
Wait,
way.
wait, yeah, we'll get to that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
it
no way.
too. So,
Yeah.
Richard, yeah, I get that. Cool. You're comparing 2012 Prism Finites to nothing, though. All right? Compare it to Ant.
Mhm,
Ant's cards go for more than $800. And
mhm.
that's what I'm talking about. The player matters. The card matters. You can't just
Yeah.
say, okay, well, 2012 Prism go for 800. Okay, compared to what though? And that's what I'm trying
Mhm.
to say. So, like Tender Defender, a Focus PSA 10 is going to be
Ain't
worth
no way.
so much more than a USA Series 1 PSA 10 Tender Defender. I can
I
guarantee
actually
you. I
I do
can't
agree with
guarantee
that.
you, you guys, it's not
No.
investment advice, but that's my opinion. All right, and I'll die on that hill. I'll die on
So
it.
to help kind of what Dylan's getting at, because we agree on this. I'm not going at like so it's ironic. We did do the exclusive content. I will pull something out that me and Kyrie talked about, and it's the vertical versus horizontal, right? So pretty much, long story short, the horizontal will be, let's just call it, you are collecting, let's just use skins we talk about. You're using Black Knight, you're talking about Ghoul Trooper, Drift, or Ice King. Let's just call it that. Let's just leave it at that, right? But if you go vertical, the further you get down, the more the appreciation is lost. Tender Defender is no way I'm taking a Tender Defender over a Focus PSA 10 because it's Focus. Like
Hmm.
it is and even then, so even if like so for instance, let's say Tender Defender was a higher grade, right? Let's say it was hard to gym. I don't know if that's the case. Let's say if it was hard to gym, even for a set collector, let's say every once a year is going to get a crazy sale because of the set collectors. But Focus, as time goes on, I do believe that she will have more consistent sales. So I think Focus will have more consistent sales in her PSA 10 than a Tender Defender, just based off of who the skin is. And I think that's where it does get interesting sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk rarity, scarcity, you're also forgetting Richard. You're also forgetting demand,
Yeah.
and that's gonna play a bigger part. And
Yeah.
if you got like 5 million players who love Focus, who rock Focus every day they play, versus a
Mhm.
Series One shard of a shiny chicken, you're gonna have a hard time making that comparison when the demand's like out the window. Look at Midas. Midas
Mhm.
has demand. His crystal shard sells for more than a lot of USA Series One shards right now.
Yeah, listen. Let a clean PSA 10 laser pop up. Then
And
then
yeah, and
that
the
that
laser for
yeah.
extensive too. And like I'm talking about like a raw one sold for like 250, and it's
Mhm.
like a dire, I mean, just sold for 250 and a seven. And we're talking
Yeah.
about Series 3, which is way different than Series 2, because that one has like
Yeah.
500.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Series 2 prints like in the 500s. Even if it was, like the skins
Yeah.
we're talking about 500 cards.
Mhm.
500 cards for like, let's talk Aura. 12 million usage.
Mhm.
That's a lot of people who love that skin.
Midas Ice does a 345 does 345 and a 10, but how
with
many
with 150
with
grading
150 over that?
over it.
It's
It's
might
almost 200
yeah,
graded. I
it's
don't
like
know what it
100
is.
and
It's way
yeah, so
demand
that
matters.
that's the context is still selling at 330 to 345 with I believe it's 102 PSA 10s. So there's 102 PSA 10s already, and Midas is selling between 330 and 345. We won't even get on the laser conversation, but let's go back to a focus, right? The the conversation that's gonna be interesting is that card outpacing its set, right? And that doesn't happen too often, right? It's the 80-20 rule we're talking about, that 20% is gonna hold pretty much 80% of the value. That doesn't make them invaluable, but I do think if you put a focus next to a tender defender, if people don't have crystal shards, they're probably going to go for the crystal shards based off of what I was talking about earlier. But as time goes on, and then you telling me I can get a focus for this price compared to a tender defender for this price, X price, let's say they were the same, I am going to go with the focus because I'm not going to enjoy tender defender. I am going to enjoy focus. And that's just the truth of the matter. And it's just off of preference of you're not like
and
let
and
me
and, th-
one
and
one
this
thing.
isn't
One,
investing,
yeah,
and this is not,
yeah,
we're not
yeah,
talking about investing and stuff like that. You guys can put whatever you want. From the love of the game,
yeah,
I'll tell you guys straight up what other players are going to want, and what other
yeah,
players are going to, the more players are going to be looking for focus than they're going to looking for
yeah,
tender defender. I
yeah,
can guarantee you it'll be 1,000 to 1 for search, right?
yeah,
And yes, there may be set collectors, but the amount of people
yep,
who just want focus is going to outpace the set collectors.
yep,
And for this one, 100 million people, there's 230 million active players on Fortnite,
yeah,
400 million unique registered players.
hmm
So
no,
let that sink in. Demand, I think demand is going to be way more important than scarcity. Like
yeah,
Fortnite was created with scarcity. Like the whole sets like took
hmm
scarcity to the next level. In my opinion,
yeah,
they took them to the next level. So the next thing is like demand. You cannot control the scarcity. You cannot predict the scarcity. All you can do is say, okay, what can we do with this information for demand? Like that's where
hmm
the levels are going to change, is if you can predict the demand, in my
yeah,
opinion.
and
Not
and if
investment advice.
and then this is so here's my thing. First, I was gonna say this before you did your point. I'm not saying people that pick tender defender is wrong. What I'm getting at is that I'm not going to just pick tender defender because it is a series one crystal shard. I would go with focus because it is focus, even though it's a cracked ice. Now there's nuance to that because if we really go in the depths of it, you can put, if people going to take a tender defender like that just because it's a crystal shard, then I'm going with the tender defender because I can flip that into, multiple different things if we go deep into that. But if we're talking surface level,
Okay,
then
well
yeah,
let's talk about
it's
this. And Richard,
yeah,
what I'm saying is not invest. This is not investment advice. I'm not saying that investment.
yeah,
I like to collect, and I like my value to go up. So it
hmm
goes hand in hand, right?
yeah.
I personally think that a Focus 10 is gonna be worth more than a 10 or Defender 10 in the future. I do.
Now, wait,
And
hold on. Let me go ahead,
sure.
bro. My
All
bad,
right,
my bad.
I'm just gonna
Go ahead.
get this off my chest. So for the Tender Defender, right? You say,
Uh-huh.
okay, this one sells for this, so I'm gonna grab this. I can sell it and flip it and get something else. Eventually, no one's gonna be wanting to buy it to flip it, right? If there's not anybody that wants Tender Defender, it's eventually not going to sell.
Hmm.
Someone's going to get held with the bag. And that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. With Focus, there's no one getting held with the bag. At the end of the day, it ends in a collector's hands. And I think a lot of people will get that confused. It's long term, like, yeah, you can keep selling something if it sells, but eventually someone gets hold with the bag if you're just buying it to sell it and flip it. Someone gets
yeah,
hold with the bag unless it's like a deep collector's item that someone wants to collect and keep. That's the
yeah,
only way someone does not get stuck with a bag. And I think
yeah.
Focus is a card that no one's going to get stuck with a bag because there's people who actually want it. Or is that Black Knight can be that. Renegade
Hmm.
Raider can be that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Gold Trooper can be that. There's so many that it's just like Tender Defender is not one of them,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I mean,
All
I'll
opinion,
be
all opinion.
I'll be honest. And it's from it's. So from time to time, like I said, I've done multiple trades, right? And sometimes when you do trades, values have to find you have to find the value to meet to equate to the trade you're trying to do. So sometimes I'll end up with cards that are, not my favorite. Sometimes moving mid-tier cards are extremely tough. And one thing I do want to get at is if when it comes to focus, let's say she does have a ceiling, right? Let's say we're not even going to talk price. Let's say she has a ceiling that's lower than Tender Defender, right? It's still in my opinion, it still would be a better card for
I feel
me.
bad that we're like
Yeah,
beating up on the Tinder defender. I'm not. I
yeah,
have no hate against Tinder. Last time I did this, it became
hmm
a meme for the Autumn Queen for like
yeah,
months. Like I'm not trying to beat up on Tinder defender. We're trying to like say the idea that like the skin matters. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Um, in terms of like what would I trade for? I would trade Series One shards for a PSA 10 focus. I would.
yeah, yeah.
I would.
And see, I actually think this statement is very interesting, especially the climate we're in now. Um, Richard, you don't sell, right? So I'm gonna just take this right here. Any series one crystal shard is liquid. If
Everything's
you're
liquid
well,
at a price.
if there you go. If you're willing to sell it for a price you're probably not wanting to. And so I'm not saying that's the case because y'all know how I feel about Series 1 Crystal Shards. What I'm getting at is that there are going to be cards from Series 2 and Series 3 that will outpace some Series 1 Crystal Shards. It's just now, mind you, Dylan was saying this about a year or so ago, and crystal shard wise, I was like, I don't know how deep you can go before that happens. Obviously, the bottom, there's still going to be demand, but if we're talking about just based off a character, there's going to be a high appreciation for focus. And I haven't talked about Fortnite GG one time. I haven't said it one time. Just based off of my side, it just based off of eyes, it will be. Now, there's people that love chicken tender defender. My bad. Yo, there's
He's
people
like
that
this,
love
but he said there's people that
yeah,
love chicken tenders.
there, there's people that love Tinder Defender. I just don't know how deep that is. I really don't. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that and I don't even collect this way. I don't even collect this way. But you could have three focuses for the
Ooh,
possible price of a PSA 10 Tinder Defender. And that's a whole different conversation right there. It's just about the values that you see.
JT is dropping. I like this. Series One shards have a higher floor than all the other
Mm-hmm.
cards, but not necessarily a higher ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's
Yeah.
what he's saying, and I couldn't agree more. Right? There is a higher floor. Right? Look
Mm-hmm.
at Siren. Her floor right now is
Mm-hmm.
$20. Crazy low. You won't see a USA Series One shard go that low. But
Yeah.
Siren's ceiling, I guarantee you, it could be much higher than some of those Series One shards. It really
Yeah.
could be. We won't know for until the market actually blows up, until we get more collectors in it. Because right now it's so small, it's hard for people to like imagine like what would happen if a whole bunch of people joined the hobby and collecting with their own minds. You guys saw that Rob and I, who do this podcast every Friday, we've been
Mm-hmm.
doing this for years now.
Mm-hmm.
We had $500 and it was very different.
Mm-hmm.
Very different. So everyone who comes into the hobby is not all going to be going after the same thing. So when
Mm-hmm.
you go after skins that has the most popularity, it helps shift that dynamic. Because if you look at the numbers, okay, if everyone's doing something different, the stuff that's the most popular, people will gravitate towards. In my opinion, like if it's a skin, like if focus is on your mind, that's what it's gonna blow up.
No, I completely agree with you on that. So Richard says percentage growth versus the actual price. Focus will have a higher percentage growth, but will it be more than a mid shard?
Yes.
Yeah. It let me and the thing is that oh, this is such a tough conversation in a good way, not a bad way. Because it's dependent. Okay, so for instance, let's go, Dylan, let's just play with the 80/20 rule real quick, right? Let's just play
Hmm.
with it. That's technically 40 cards, right? That's let's call it 40 cards that hold 80% of the value if we go with that, right? Based off of 200 cards in
You're
the
talking about series. You're talking about series
series
one.
one.
So he's
Series
talking about
one.
applying the 80-20 rule to the series one
Yeah.
shards. Okay.
Yeah. And so now when you get to when like it's like I've seen, I'm not trying to call out certain cards because I do think those cards may have been undersold and things like that. But there's just go look at comps as you go, and as time goes on and people see how focus make grade as the pop report grows and stuff, those prices could different change drastically. um and I don't think that's with every card. I think there's certain cards that outpace a set, and I would say that in series 3 there might be 5 cards that can do that, maybe even less. But I do think focus is one of those cards.
Yeah, I'm so bullish on focus. And I only have one, guys. I got rid of all mine at below cost. All right, just so you guys know, I only have one. I'm not trying to blow focus up.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. I've been talking about focus for years, and
Yeah.
I want to buy some back, and I can't because people got them listed so high. I
Yeah.
could have bought a Dire USA Shard before I could buy a Focus at the price I want.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I
No.
mean, it's a card
And
conversation, but I agree with JT here real quick. Wes bought a whole bunch of PSA 10 USA Shards for $300 each.
mm-hmm.
So
But and to be honest, this is uh based off of the way I collect. You know, there's no the for me the only side of price that comes is if I can get into the card that I'm desiring to get based off of the cards in my collection. So this topic comes up in my head all the time because if the higher I go up into my top 10, my top 20, the cards that I have in my collection, I have to understand the value they are to move them into those cards. Because I try not to put too much new money in. I try to pull from my collection, just build my collection as it goes. So the price of what my card is worth in the A, B, and C and what I can move it for is very important to me because I still don't have a Skull Trooper. I still don't have
mm,
a Black Knight. I still don't have these cards. So when as that time goes on, me pulling from the bottom, I've had experiences with certain, crystal shards that looks great, is amazing. Doesn't mean they're not hard to move for the price that you want them to move for,
also,
and
here's
yeah.
another thing. Let's talk about the crystal shards, like the whole floor thing. Yeah, you know what? They could be. Let's say, visitor. Let's
Hmm.
say it is worth 20 grand in the future or whatever,
Hmm.
right? And let's say focus is, I let's say focus gets to 20 grand, right? It's gonna
Don't
be a
even do
lot.
that.
But I'm just saying it's gonna be a lot harder. Like you can say, I can say like visitors. I'm not saying visitors less than 20 grand. Like you can say
Hmm.
that. But then like how long until you get a sale? How long until you get someone who's willing to put down that much money for that sale? If all the Series One shards are worth that much money, they're just gonna sit on eBay, right?
Hmm.
No, and the ones that are gonna start to sell are the ones that people love the most. That's just how it's gonna happen. Unless you got someone who's willing to spend millions of dollars to get them all. Like they can't all be amazing, expensive cards. They just can't. They can have to have a higher floor, like JT said, but they're not going to outpace the best cards of Series Two. They're not going to. I mean, in 10 years, they're all going to be 12 to 13 years old.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
I mean, that's just my opinion, though. I
And
mean,
but
it's
to,
use. It's
yeah,
hard to argue. I'm not trying to. That's
yeah,
just.
yeah,
I
it's
don't. I
yeah,
don't approach it like I'm trying to make money. You
right,
know.
right.
But like, I want my collection to grow. I want it to be worth a lot. But
Hmm.
and you may have to sell eventually. You don't want to put a whole lot of money into a collectible and it go down in price. So that's why it's an interesting conversation. And if you've got people like Shardnock had a
Hmm.
huge goal,
Hmm.
right? And he had a target, and I don't know what
Yeah,
his target is one day for selling and stuff like that. But he had he had a target, and he's looking for a very specific collector to buy it one day, right?
yeah.
That's different. Like I think that's
Hmm.
smart, and that can be investment right there. But I don't just the blanket statement about Series One shards beating every single card out there. I don't agree.
Well, and I think the important thing to what you're saying is twofold. I do agree. I agree that a PSA 10 is going to sell 9 times out of 10. Especially like if we're getting into the 20,000, that means the hobby's in a different place, right? The
Yep.
other side of that, the other side of that is there is going to be a commonality of what skins are selling for that price, and what cards are selling for that price, and it's going to be the skin on the card.
Mhm.
And I and I'll be honest, I'm gonna I had so without saying a specific card because I don't like doing that, but let's just say a top 3 series 1 USA shard, right? I had seen multiple conversations over the past 3 years of what would happen when X hits the market, right? And then when the hobby dipped, X hit the market and it did not do the prices people expected it to, and it went and people lost their minds. But there's going to be ebbs and flows through the hobby, and I do think that some of the ebbs and flows is that some of these series 2 and series 3 cracked ice are going to hit higher prices than people may expect just based off of popularity. It's not a guarantee. I just do think that's a possibility that will happen as time goes on.
And it's gonna be a long time. So like if we think about the hobby where it is today, but how many people are in it, it's gonna
Yep.
take a while, right? And so like Focus, like we keep talking about Focus, she has nowhere the amount graded that Midas has, right?
Hmm.
So no, she may not keep up with Series One in the short term, right? Like you need an influx of people, like you
Hmm.
really do. And if we don't get that, then it's all pointless anyway. Just collect what you like, you know. So it's gonna be hard for the people who are only in it for investment and they're going for Series 1 USA shards because it's the best looking and it's the first set. I get it. That's safe. And that's kind of a cool, safe investment, in my opinion. I get it. But like, if you also love the game and you want to collect, I think it's silly to count out all the other series just because Series 1 shards go for more right now.
Yeah,
I think it's, you're not thinking of the big picture.
I agree.
But oh, you know what we should do? I know it's been a long time. You want to throw up your cards on there, and I'm gonna put in a poll to see who won.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I almost dropped
Uh,
my iPad.
who won the 500 contest? So go through yours. I'll go through mine again. Rob, Dylan.
So I'll paste through mine.
I'm gonna start the poll now. I'll let him go through his, and then I'll go through mine again for the $500.
And then I'll go back one. Wait, hold on. Then I'll go back one more time. 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
I wouldn't say that Series 1 USA shards are harder to grade than any of the other series. Series 2 shards are pretty damn hard to grade.
But that I so
All right, Manic,
yeah.
Elite Agent, Siren, Bunker Jonesy. Oh, and what was and Gold Trooper Brazil was mine.
He said, "Where's the C for none of the above?" Did you didn't put a you got to put one of those in there.
Wait, I do? No, I'm not ending the poll. If you don't want to vote, don't vote. That's fine.
This is very interesting that like you said, Summer Series 2 is harder to gym. Well, we weren't really comparing all of maybe I got lost in
We were just
translation.
talking about like the skin matters, right? That's what
Yeah, I
we were
don't
trying to say. Could be Series 2, could be Series 3. It could be Renegade Raider PSA 10, right?
yeah.
I mean, it could be anything. We're just trying to get the point across that the skin matters.
The the
It's,
the the tender defender and focus was the poster for it. It wasn't a
yeah, yeah.
it
We're
wasn't
not trying to.
comparing it wasn't really comparing series 1. That's what the conversation led into,
They
but
they 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 want a C option. It's all right. Just let it roll. If you guys don't want to vote, you don't have to.
yeah. So and but to think is this is one thing I want to go to what Richard is getting at and kind of to what you say. I think the hard part sometimes is that series 1 is so scarce and it's so to an extent unavailable at times, right? Even it's unavailable. It's hard to get 100%, that people lose track of what's happening in the big picture. Because if you look at series 2 pop reports, if you look at their gem rate percentage, it's insane. And this is not cards that's just graded 15 times. This is cards that's graded 50, 40, 30, even high 20s. And I think that is I know they do not sponsor us, so I hate doing this, Dylan. But I would I would say spend some time on gym rate and just look at the percentages because it's very interesting. And it's not to influence Richard. What you think is not wrong, 100%. I'm just saying it does add nuance to the conversation and your overall perspective of the hobby. I really think it's important to just look at the whole picture because some things you may be overlooking that you don't even know you're overlooking.
Did either of us consider a prototype purchase for our first card? I didn't because, in my opinion, the prototypes that I would go after, first of all, almost any prototype would take up your whole budget. And as a new
Yeah,
collector, I think that's silly, and that's a lot of eggs in one basket. I think the prototypes are really cool. I think, especially the ones that were not released, are like majorly cool. I
yeah,
wish I had the Renegade Raider that Randy showed off in his
yeah,
live today.
yeah, yeah.
That's epic. But like we're trying to talk about people who have $500, right? So like this is for people who are like starting off or like working with a smaller budget, and how can they like, really build a great collection.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and although prototypes, like we don't hate on prototypes, I only have one prototype, and right now it's the hunting rifle, right? Um, do I would value a focused shard more than that. Like I, if I had to pick a base, a hunting rifle, or a focus shard, for me, I would pick the focus shard.
Yeah.
Now the hunting rifle prototype, I probably pick it over a lot of other different ones. I don't want to name out stuff, but even like some like
Uh,
more expensive cards. So it's hard. It's just like for the $500 thing, I did not consider prototypes.
no,
What
I
about you? Did
definitely,
you?
I definitely didn't. I would probably be far away from that as a new collector because I would have to understand exactly what's going on. That's something that you have to digest over time. That's not like as a new collector. That's some that's some rough water to tread. But to
Just real quick, Darren's
yeah,
about to give away. I'm giving away one of these DKV cards. Dude, I almost put these in in mine. I was thinking about these, but I was like, no,
yeah,
I'm gonna do like I'm gonna stay to the like main sets. We're
yeah,
giving away this card because I lost to Black Ash and Pac Man. So I have to give this card away. We'll do a duck race here in a little bit
yeah.
after you guys are done beating us up.
Yeah. No, I think it's well, I to be honest, I have a lot more opinions on this but it would take over the whole show because I think that we haven't even talked about the Italy and Brazil aspect of a series 1 shard. There if the price is that high, is every collector coming in going to I mean, let's be real. It's hard for new collectors. I actually was just talking to Shard recently. He had a one of your favorite cards. He had Blue Squire PSA 10 on eBay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and a Pokemon collector reached out to him and said, why pretty much why is this one $2,000? And I just seen based off of recent comps, he seen an Italy that was 200, right?
Yep.
He didn't, and obviously Shard broke it down for him. But as collectors go on, they're gonna learn the nuances of it. But some of those major sales are gonna be split between Italy and Brazil at times because we
especially the
just seen,
hollows,
yeah,
especially the hollows.
yeah, yeah,
And no, I get that 100%. And I've seen that in the sports card. We talked about this
hmm
in one of our past episodes. In the it's like 50,000 members in the sports card Facebook group. And someone posted a Black Knight Italy hollow. And then people started posting comps. One guy had a Red Knight USA shard. And then he was
yeah,
posting comps for $200 for an Italy,
yeah,
saying that he was willing to sell it. Right.
yeah.
So, like, that thing's going to happen. It's going to take, it's a confusing hobby. And that's
It
why
is, it is.
it is a confusing
And,
hobby when you first start.
and like Richard said, this brings the unpredictable aspect to it because nobody's really wrong because it's your perspective of what's going on. And I think
We
that
gotta wait for the
yeah,
market. We'll all
yes,
take like we're not trying to say we're 100% right. We're just giving you guys our opinions.
yeah,
I love all your ideas. I mean, we could be wrong. Series one sharks should just go to the moon and everything else could go down. I don't know. We're just giving our opinions, right?
yeah.
And the market eventually will prevail. It's gonna ebb and flow, but the market will eventually. If there's any bag holders, it's gonna happen. It's the market will do it.
Yeah, and I think to one last point on that, like when it comes to like USA, Italy, and Brazil, I'm using this lightly. I know Richard is gonna want a second to correct me, but no, but I'm using this lightly. Let's just go with Patrick Mahomes, right? Let's go with him. Let's go with his 2017 gold prism. Let's go with his 2018 gold prism, 2019 gold prism, right?
Hmm.
Um, most people are not going to be able to afford that rookie gold prism, right? So you have a whole lot of options in sports, but let's just go with those three cards. Your budget may ensue you to be able to get uh 2018 gold prism of him, or you may have to go to the 2019, which is his third year. But at the end of the day, you still have a gold prism, and maybe one day you'll be able to reach that rookie gold prism. But there's nuances to that because I mean, you just seen what was it? Was it a Italy that sold for? The Black Knight sold for like around $5,000
Oh yeah,
recently in
the
auction.
shard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think it's like
I
4,009,
4,000. Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, so if you know you do have the options of Italy, Brazil, and USA, and how that trickles down and kind of how that is dispersed over time is going to be very interesting. But I do agree overarchingly that PSA 10s are going to sell more than not. But there is some nuance to that.
As for Shane said that you're in the middle of a tourney. I know we're competing with a whole lot of stuff. So the 21 watchers, thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Yes.
For the giveaway, we do want to do a duck race, right, guys? Or do y'all want
Yeah.
like, unless y'all want just freaking StreamYard to take care of it and just type in a name or whatever. I think the
Uh,
duck race is more
the
fun.
the duck race always hits, and I usually come close to always picking the right winner.
Yeah, we really
Rich,
do. Like we get
Richard
like first
Richard
and
on a
second.
losing streak. Richard on a losing streak
He
though. I'm just
is.
throwing
That's
that out
because he
there.
has so many USA Series 1 shards. He doesn't need
Yeah.
anything else.
Richard is on a losing streak, yo.
All right, everybody wants the duck race. If we do the duck race, do we want them to message in Discord or just put it here?
Mm.
All right, we'll just do it here. It's
Yeah,
easy.
just do it
Everyone's
here so
on
they don't have to
YouTube.
back up. Yeah.
All right, if you want to be in the. Oh, wait, what are we at? All right, I'm going to end the poll now. Wow, you guys are mean.
What happened?
50-50.
Yeah. Wow, y'all playing
14 votes.
game.
Did y'all work together? I mean, 50-50. Wow. So not only did we collect differently with our 500, everyone else can't agree on who won. A
Oh,
50-50. That's insane.
bro. We're back in 2021. Go look at eBay, bro.
We're back at 2021. Stop.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm
It's
not
a
buying. I'm not buying. I'm not buying.
now
What am I looking
this
at?
the big
Recent
boy
posts?
stuff. Yeah, go to they were talking about it earlier, but I just got a chance to look at it.
I'm just gonna. Are these
Oh,
auctions?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna do newly listed.
Dang, yo, these joints. Oh my goodness. This is
Post
about to be a
snap.
this is about to be a fun week.
How many days is this?
9, yo. Oh shoot.
God
Yeah.
dang, someone said I'm done with Fortnite. They do not have what they call diamond hands. Is that a Peely?
Yes, it is.
Ooh. Dang, someone doesn't have diamond
Dang,
hands.
bro.
Huh.
Oh, wait. The Pilly is with MC. I like MC.
Oh yeah. I get some
Yeah.
I get some stuff there, man. All right. If you guys want to be in the giveaway,
Oh, yo, this about to be a fun week.
type
Week and a
in
half.
your username or your Discord username. Type in a name for me that I will recognize when you win and message me in Discord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we
Nothing.
are we chilling Deadfire? No, I'm gonna let it rock out. You know what I mean?
He's gonna shill Deadfire. That's what I'm talking about,
he
Warfighter.
said he said buy series 3, stop looking at series 1. That's funny.
No, I mean seriously, I'm just saying buy what you guys like. I mean honestly, a lot of this stuff is rare. Some stuff is rarer than others, but it's all super rare, right? So buy what you
Look,
like,
I
and
would say I
don't
would
be
say
afraid to like go out of series 1.
I would say more than anything, look at the track record. Look at the cards that have been attained over the past 3-4 years. I am Super Series One USA Crystal Sharp focused, as y'all all should know.
You can type it here, Shane. Make it easy. I'm not gonna make everybody go all the way to Discord. I'll do that part later. Pinky David.
Mile High, I hope that's not what you got from that, bro.
Wait, what did he get?
He said, "Nah, just buy ice."
George, you can type it here. Can you join Discord though, man? Come
Yeah,
on.
that would be great if y'all can join Discord. That would help us out a lot.
That's how we like figure out who gets what and we communicate because we need all the communication in like one place. It's so hard for us to check all of our stuff. You can enter if you're not in the Discord. You're just gonna make it really hard on us to get stuff to you. But if y'all really hate Discord, y'all can still enter. So I'll put y'all in.
It depends. Mile High, that one looked like Atomic Refractor to me.
I know who
The
Malice is.
Peru.
Miss Malice. Make sure I've got everybody so far. Anybody else want to be this good? We had 22 people, 3, 6, 9, 10 names entered in so far. Again, I'm giving away Renegade Raiders first appearance on the comment card.
Shane, you ain't gotta respond to nothing in there, bro. You can stay on the sideline. You just get nice updates
yeah, you
and
can just
conversations in
watch.
there.
You can just read and get some insights, man. It's definitely Bonesy trying to be a woman, man. Definitely. JL, do you want to be in on this one for this card, JL? I didn't see you say if you want it.
Wes, you be cleaning up, bro. So it looked like that. Wes be cleaning up. I gotta give it to him.
Yeah, he do. Just like that, the Peely Shark's over 300. And just so you guys know, we're not here to pump up the market. I'm really not. We honestly love these cards. So that's not the intention. So when we talk focus and when we talk tender defender, I want to make it apparent. Like, I'm not trying to pump any cards. I'm really not. So y'all can prove us wrong. If y'all believe it, I mean, go for the cards that y'all want.
I have either one of those cards right now at the moment. I will have a focus, but I don't have. Obviously, I don't have tender defender, but I don't have. Focus
I've got one focus, guys, and it's going to tag. So I'm not gonna profit off any of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how everything I buy is either like tag right now or PSA. I'm not buying tag, obviously. Buy sub to tag and I buy PSA. I only have one focus. It's raw.
Why the heck you not buying tag?
They don't post. I'm the only one who grades them for Fortnite. Although Pokemon has almost 70K graded. They're their leaders so far. I was looking today. Baseball might be second. Fortnite has 88 cards graded with tag. I have like half of that. 40.
Mile High, it's such a gray area in this state. You have to know it's a gray area in that statement, bro. You have to know it's a gray area in that.
Did I get everybody? You don't have Nicole. You don't have Discord either. That's fine. I'll put you in here, Nicole.
West Drum. That's what we. That's what we trying to figure out.
It's super easy to join the Discord, guys. It's free. You just go to FortniteCards.com and there's a resource link up there. You just click join Discord and it's free. You get in there. You can chat. You can buy cards from other people. It's really cool. And it makes it easy for us to communicate with you guys. Otherwise, if you win, you're gonna have to email us or you're gonna have to message us on social media or some way. And then, I want to make sure you guys get the free stuff. Nicole has a focus. Oh yeah, if you have a focus, you're in this. You're in this drawing. JT said Wes blew up his wallet on the wrong shard. Stop. Oh my gosh. All right. Hopefully I got everybody. Dun, 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 dun. Nichols, you want to be in the giveaway? I don't think I added you yet.
JT, there is no wrong shard, bro. What you talking about?
To the moon. Schwartz game, did I add you in here? I think I did. I don't see you. Schwartz, you want to be in this?
That's all good, JL. We know how it is, bro.
All right, I'm gonna share this screen so y'all can see all the names. If you
My-
guys' name is not in here and you want to be in the giveaway, you gotta speak up. All right, there's
let's see
lots
who
of
we got.
ads. Please ignore the ads; they don't pay us. All right, Warfighter, Shane, Mile High, Inky, David Ridgway, Technical, Richard, Shane Co, Dirty Dan, Miss Malice, Nicole, Nichols the Collector, and Schwartz. Did I forget anybody? Did I forget anybody? Whoa,
West want to
Westrom.
be
My
in.
bad,
West want to be
Westrom.
in.
My
We
bad, my
got you.
bad.
We got you. We got you, bro.
No, did we though? West.
West,
West is in the
yo,
building.
West said
Black
he winning that
Ash,
Pilly
what's the
shower, bro.
giveaway? It's the Renegade Raider. I forget you, Black Ash. You want this? I'll put you in here, Black Ash.
What's up, bro?
Not that I don't owe you enough stuff after you conned me, man. What happened was he hacked me in
Same.
Pac-Man. It wasn't the right Pac-Man. That's all I gotta say.
Put Sam in, Dylan.
Samus, let's go. All right, we're getting somewhere. 16 names, 24 people. Let me see some comments. Come on. 8 more people in here for this. You know what?
Yo,
Since I love, how many of these do I have? You know what? I'm gonna do 3. Look, 3 chances because I love these cards and I don't need all of them. So I have 3. All right. So there'll be 3 winners. It may take me like 2 or 3 weeks to ship out. I gotta wait till I get paid and to ship this. But 3 winners for these. Let's go.
what the heck? That changed really, really, really fast.
1425 now. Jeez. You know who needs a Peely now?
Don't say nothing, bro.
I need a Peely now. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I bought the freaking what do you call it? Bunker
Bunker
Jonesy, and then it brought me back to that freaking thing when they were stuck in there together, and now I want both together because of that. I'll probably never happen. I used to have an Italy 10.
We both need one.
I don't need one.
No, I actually need one. That's the problem.
But like, it would be cool if I had one to go with that card now.
My season 8 set will be incomplete for years to come.
Yeah, we're gonna do 3 races, I guess. 3 races. Should we do all the same card? Yeah, same card. All right. Are y'all ready? Is that everybody? 24 people? All right, let's do this duck race. If you're not in it, it's because you didn't join the Discord. So join.
Oh, I thought you was about to rhyme, bro. I thought you was gonna pull it off.
No, I can't rhyme. All right. How do you make this super full screen? Super full screen. Ah, there we go. All right. Who you got your money? You want to wait to see like how the thing?
No. I'm gonna go with Schwartz.
You're going with Schwartz? I'm gonna go with Nicole because they jumped in here. I haven't seen them before, and they got a focus. So I'm team focus. So I think Nicole's gonna bring it home.
Schwartz, hopefully you don't start off too hot, bro. It never goes well when that happens.
Yeah, it never does. It never does. And I guess I'll do this 3 times. And I'll just remove whoever wins. So they don't need all. Yeah, I don't know the condition on these. I haven't looked at them super close. They look pretty good though. 39 seconds.
Now, in the climate of this hobby, do you think Pilly gonna have a new all-time high, or do you think he's gonna be on par for what he sold the past
What was the
couple
all-time
times?
high?
I think 10.
No, I don't think it's breaking the all-time high.
Yeah, I think 10 is his all-time high, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not shilling, it's called strategy. Yeah, it's not gonna break. I don't think it's gonna break. Come on, Nicole, you got this. You got this. 5 seconds. Oh, look, I called. No, wait. Richard, we should not.
We
There's
talked
no
it up.
way. Yo, why? Richard hasn't won in a while.
Yo,
that's wild.
So that's crazy.
Richard.
Congrats,
Nicole had
bro.
it though, and Richard.
Yeah.
Richard stole that joint. See, Nicole, you got second, man. We should run it again, right? All right, race it again.
Let's run it.
Richard, if you win, you don't win this one. I should have removed you, but we'll make it close.
Sam stands out on this one. I'm gonna go with Sam.
I'm gonna go now with Black Ash. I'm gonna go with Richard again. I bet. But second, if Richard wins, second place wins, and that's going to be Warfighter.
While this is going on, by the way, Richard did a duo video on his page. That was a great one. Watch that if you haven't watched that yet. And also Kari did his series 2 rips, and then Randy been on a rampage when it comes to Instagram live. And lastly, Inky, he just been running the game. West Drum, Daniel, when it comes to the breaks, we got to shout out the community, everybody. If I forgot anybody, please forgive me.
Are you sure? You said Nicole can have your card. Are you sure, Richard? Dang, Richard, that's so nice of you, man.
That we're just weeding out the poor folks, JT.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Why you weed me out like that? Why did you weed me
Look at that.
Mile High?
Mile High.
All right, Nicole.
Yo, congrats,
Richard
bro.
said he's gonna give it to you. I think Richard's good to his word. So the first one goes to Nicole. Mile High.
It was Travis.
Yo, stop, Wes. Stop.
Yeah,
All right, Mile High. You got it second. Which I mean, that makes sense that you would have won that one. So Nicole gets the first one. Mile High gets the second one. I'll shuffle it this time for Westrum. Although honestly, Westrum, you don't need any more cards after all the stuff you be buying. Are y'all ready?
Who is
He's
that?
looking for clues.
Who is that? I can't see the name.
Freaking Westrum was over here texting and swimming. You gotta pay attention, man. Hop off eBay.
Nichols the Collector is who I got. He's in the front right now, so that might not be a good idea. But I think he gonna hold strong.
I feel like Dirty Dan needs some help.
Where Shane is at right now, it might be him.
I think Dirty Dan's gonna surprise us on this one.
It's gonna be Nichols the Collector. It's never good when you start out in front, though.
It's never good. It's never good. Black Ash needs to slow down because everybody knows that you got Renegade Raider. You need no more.
Yeah, you don't need nothing else.
You need nothing else.
You need to be boxed out of everything.
All right, Mile High is giving his to Nichols. Dang, y'all are just so kind. So right now, Nicole and Nichols have won. Oh wait, Nichols is about to win again.
It's a lot of time left, though.
It's not that much time with that lead.
Yeah, that's a
big lead. That's up. Wait, he got tired.
I told you, right?
Sorry, Nichols already won one. Nichols already won one. Shane.
Yo, that was my. Yeah, I said Shane was in the back, bro. Dang, this.
Let's go. All right, Shane Co won that one. Let's go. Dang. All right, so Shane Co.
Let's go, Shane.
Nichols and Nicole. Are any of you guys in the Discord? None of you, right? None of you. All right. If you're not in the Discord, it hurts me. It makes me sad. I work so hard on that. I pay monthly for that Discord.
Yes.
Give you guys all these abilities to like put memes and all this stuff. But if you guys aren't in the Discord, reach out to Taking High Ground on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, you can find our email on FortniteCards.com. Just scroll to the bottom, go to the contact or about or wherever it is.
Oh, okay.
Shane's in the Shane Olmstead is in the Discord. Let's go. And then Nicole says she'll join. All right, sweet.
JT.
So you need to not be in this to win. Wow. I'm too nice, JT. I'm too nice. I'm trying here. Okay. Deleting now. Don't be like that. We're gonna do some fun Discord stuff here soon.
Yeah, there you go.
Y'all just gotta wait. You gotta be patient. All right, and Nichols, are you in the Discord, Nichols? If not, so reach out to Taking High Ground in the Discord. All right, I'll show you guys how to do it. It's super easy, all right? I'll show you guys. You go to FortniteCards.com. I have the best URL, the best one out there, all right? And you go to resources and then hit join the Discord. Super easy. Join the Discord. All right, and then let's go to Discord. All Are you ready for the recent pickups, or you have anything
Yep,
else?
yep. Nope, recent
All right. So
pickups.
when you get in the Discord, just message taking high ground, or you can go to where is don't I have like giveaways over here? Oh, news and alerts, giveaways. Message me if you won. All right. So message taking high ground, and I'll get those shipped out to you guys. I'm gonna be not super fast. I got stuff going on right now, but probably by the end of the month, I'll ship these out. If you don't have anything or you don't hear from me, you can yell at me. It's fine. Everyone yells at me. All right. Recent pickups. Let me scroll.
Inky, appreciate you, bro. My goodness. Let's go.
Dang!
Thank
Let's
you,
go
Inky.
join the Discord. I appreciate that. That goes to our Discord. So thank you so much, Inky. You just made my day. Thank you so much. Shout out to Inky. And
All
if you
right,
guys
bet,
don't
Rich.
know about Inky Bro Cards, they do all the shows, and I hear they have some kind of news going on. I don't know what the news is.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that? I think they posted about some major
Uh-uh.
news.
I didn't see that.
So, Inky, if you want us to announce it, you gotta let us know. But he has some kind of major news.
Let's go.
They do all the shows for Fortnite cards. So I'm excited to see what they have up their sleeves. I also want to get to one of their shows one day.
Yeah.
Hey, don't be talking about Inky like
That is
that.
nah, that's
Come on
we
now.
appreciate you, Inky. And I appreciate you, Rich. We definitely have that for next week.
All right. When was our last show? So I'm looking for the 8th, right? I'm gonna put the recent pickups. If you guys are new here and you guys don't know, we on our Discord we go through the recent pickups, so we can
Yep.
see what everybody's buying. Whether it's just for fun, just for collecting, or if you want to be sneaky and see like what's popular, you can do that too. But it's just fun to share. So I'm gonna go here. All right, first one's up. All right, this is Dr. Minter, also known as Kari, and
Yes,
he
sir.
bought. Did he buy a case?
Yeah, he had a case.
He bought a case of Series 2 shards, man. I was so jealous. I'm not sure how he felt that he did. I love this skin. Oh, I love this one. I was wearing
No,
this
that
last
is a,
night.
that is a good one. I like it's a clean skinning game for
It's a
sure.
clean skin that's not popular. I'm not blowing up, guys. It's worth. It's
Mm.
like $20 online. It's probably what it's worth, maybe less. He pulled the Bunker Jonesy that I paid so much for, and a Lynx. I saw he sold
That
this
was quick.
Lynx,
That was
and
quick.
man, that person got a steal. This is one of the things I was talking about. So like, I kept putting that Lynx in my cart for 100, and you put it in there for what? Your
119. Yeah, it was
So
like
for
119.
119, he put it in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
For his 500. This sold in the Discord for about $60.
$60. Yeah,
And
close
so
to
$60,
$60.
it's in my 50. I mean my
Oh yeah.
500 all
Oh
day.
yeah.
So that was a great pickup. Shout out to he sold me the rocks, guys. So this added to my collection.
There we go.
Super excited about that. That'll be eventually that'll go to tag. I already have one in a tin.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll go to tag eventually, I guess. I don't know what else to do with it. Just tag. I'm still trying to figure out my collection. I'm not as like strategic as Rob. Rob has his plan mapped out, like his
Your process.
lifespan of collecting.
Your
Um,
process, bro.
all right, whoop, there it is. Got the 10
Oh,
hollow
that
foil,
8 ball,
8 ball.
man. Love that card right there. One of my favorites
Sweet.
for sure.
This is what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get every single
Brian,
one of these mighty beings, like every
Brian
one.
was quick with it.
He was. He's like, wait. He said, wait. There's a Ragnarok. He said, hold my beer, and went and grabbed it.
And he watched
295. That's
after
easy.
he watched after the stream ended too. He was like, soon as he got to that part, he went and found Rag.
Yeah, facts. I need to get that. I want to get all of them eventually. I feel like you got actually North Bay Brian. When you hopefully you're watching this. When you get it, can you post a picture of it? I want to see what it looks like in person. Oh, and then he got another Ragnarok. Surprise, surprise.
Crazy.
And Samus.
His,
Let's see what you
his
got.
Rag
Gold
collection
Trooper.
going insane.
Gold Trooper was in my 500.
Raptor just sitting there chilling. That's my guy right there.
Got some more Italy ones. There's your
Cypher,
card.
Oblivion,
Got my
Elmira,
hunting
Elmira.
rifle. I want this skin in game, by the way, now. Because of the comics.
The Bandolette.
Bandolette.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want her
yeah.
in game now.
She's dope in game. I like her in game.
Yeah, I definitely want her in game. King. Haven't seen King in the on the YouTube in a minute. But he's in the
That
Discord,
Queen
so shout out to
King.
King. This is the skin my daughter. If I leave my PC open,
Yeah.
I'll come back and this will be my skin. She finds it every time, no matter what I do. All right, I love this skin. Ginger Gunner.
Sidewinder up there.
Oh, and
Dominator.
by the way, we added polls, guys, to the card talk. So if you guys want to start doing polls in the card talk chat, you can add your own polls so you can see what people are thinking.
Yeah.
I see people are messaging me for their stuff, so shout out to you guys. All right, Dutch
Look,
School, let's see what you got here.
that
You
look
guys
fire
see
together.
this?
That looks fire.
Man, it's so many cards. It's hard to see. It's dope though.
Dang.
Are these are all Italy? It looks like. Got a Dynamo. And then you got. Oh, I love this one. Let's see.
Are those all most of them 9s and 10s, right? For
They're
the most
all
part,
almost all like 8s and 9s.
8s and
It looks
9s.
like 8s and 9s. So Dutch School is not like he's not even caring. He's like,
Yeah,
I ain't going
he's
after just 10s. I'm just going whatever like Italy shards that are gradable, and he's grabbing them. Which I think I don't know what price he's getting these at, but like in Italy,
well to
9
be
shard.
yeah, to be honest, for Italy and Brazil, 8 and 9 is considered high grade for sure. Well, obviously
Yeah,
9, but 8 is considered a high grade too, I should
and I'm
say.
assuming I'm not sure. I guess he's subbing these. To be honest, if he has
Yeah,
this many, he has to
I
be
think
subbing
so.
these.
Ooh, that cuddle.
Like you said,
PSA
it's hard
10.
to get a 10 in Italy or
Mhm.
Brazil. And this one is popping Sparkle Specialist. It's popping.
Clean.
So another card I need to get back eventually. I actually have that one in a. Is it SGC I have it in?
What is that? That's a
Find it.
Rook PSA 9.
Lincho, I haven't seen you before. Welcome to the Discord and to the YouTube channel. A 9 Rook.
Underrated skin in game.
It is
That was
underrated.
that was one of the better skins in the battle pass for season. I mean, chapter 1, season 5.
JL says Ginger Gunner seems to be a cult hit. Yeah, I mean she has like her own like loading screens and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And for a while there, like they were pretty like popular, but that's way back in chapter 1. They kind of lost their flair. Probably right after
Mhm.
chapter 1, right? They stopped being played as much.
Yeah.
But I remember them
No,
pretty well.
I would say it was a little bit. I would say probably around going into chapter 4 is kind of when it tapered off a little bit because Elite Agent took a lot of those.
You saying season or
Those skins.
chapter?
Season.
Yeah, I was saying chapter.
Oh, you said chapter. I
After
didn't. Yeah,
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 after
yeah.
chapter.
Yeah, they tapered off like that going into season 4 of chapter 1 when
I
the
want
league agent was in rotation.
I want to see. No, let's do all time. Ginger Gunner.
Yeah.
Actually, man, that's actually surprises me that she was that high, like 80. Even in chapter 4, season 5. 88 is
Well,
pretty high.
you gotta remember that she came the first time she came back out was
Let's see what the
season 7. Season 7 was when she came back out during the Ice King
Yeah,
uh
well this
season
doesn't have
7.
any of that. Like she was probably
No,
higher back in chapter 1.
right, exactly. But
Yeah.
I'm saying
I'm
like
surprised.
yeah,
I'm surprised she's this high in 8. These must be Christmas. That must be
yeah,
Christmas.
those Christmas
That's
seasons,
got to be
them
Christmas
peaks.
season.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Ooh, the Frozen set. We don't ever talk about the Frozen set.
The Frozen
Sugar,
set hit,
man.
man.
The Frozen set is interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
When I was going through cards for our 500, I was thinking about Frozen fish sticks because I won a fish sticks. I don't know
Mhm.
which one yet. And the Frozen fish sticks is one of the coolest looking ones, in my opinion.
What I like about the Frozen set is ironically, specifically the Optichromes, is obviously a Optichrome is better than a hollow, but with the Optichrome you get the effect of the printing, and you can still see the snowflakes in the background in it
That's
compared
so
to the
cool.
laser and crystal cracked ice.
Yeah, that's cool. It's also the only cards that don't have the little circle in the front for Series 3,
Yep, it's clean.
which is like why?
They treated it like a subset, but didn't make it an official subset, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. They just put it was really weird.
Yeah,
For
it's like they
Night
wanted to
Hollow,
do it but didn't commit to it.
and these look like prototypes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it looks like prototypes.
Yeah.
Which one's he? He got Ice King, and then it was that food fight.
Yeah, that's Food Fight.
Yeah.
Tomato Head and Beef Boss.
North Bay, if you
With
guys
the
don't know, his
mask.
Ragnarok is all he cares about in life. So he's gonna get the helmet. I think he shows something later on. I
Oh,
don't know if it's in Card Talk where he shows the Skull Trooper one filled out.
yeah.
Dang, Warfighter has
Warfighter.
left me behind on the pins. There's too
Warfighter.
much
That
to
jump
collect.
looks crazy
It looks like
clean.
it opens up.
It does look like
Um,
it opens up.
it has to
Like,
open up, right?
yeah, like the suitcase.
Yeah, it looks like it opens up. It looks dope. I can't
Money
wait to get
case.
back into pins.
Money case.
I can't wait. This like $23 from ComC. I think that's a
Still.
steal. I think the
Yeah.
Gold Troopers are steals too. I
Yeah,
was thinking
that
about
base.
Skull Trooper, and I was like, dang. So I'll tell you guys the card that's $500 that I almost was like, this could just be it. I was thinking about the Skull Trooper PSA 10 Hollow, and I was like,
Mhm.
dang, this could just be like an amazing card that no one else has in like 5 to 10 years. It's like the shard might be like top tier, but like, oh,
Mhm.
you have the PSA 10 Hollow. There's only like at that time, let's say there's only like 100 tens. That's
Yeah,
like giving time for it to catch up. That's kind of crazy.
for
Um,
sure.
I almost did that, but I decided not to. And another 10. Sparkle Specialist is getting the tens on the Italy's.
That right.
That's pretty cool. Improve Man with the 9 Crystal Shard. Shadow Ops, underrated kind of.
Yep. I like that she has the bolt action sniper in her hand. That's always fire.
Now, with all the snipers that come out, I don't pick up this sniper.
You don't pick the bolt up?
Not
If
anymore.
well, if the you talk about like if at the time when the heavy sniper and bolt was in the game at the same time, I'm picking up heavy all day.
Oh yeah, heavy. But now, like even now, like the snipers have gotten better. I'm picking up
Yeah.
like that sniper from this past season
Yeah, that
over
jump was
this one.
crazy. That
That
jump
one's
was
just
crazy.
insane. Ooh, a hollow foil 10. Oh, that's dope. There it is. That's dope. Oh, people are chasing Echo right now. It's getting some wings under her.
Echo is gaining traction.
All right, you know what? Maybe I don't need a Peely Shard to go with Bunker Jonesy. Maybe a Peely Hollow is more my speed.
I hate to say it, you need the shard, bro. With that
I tried. I tried. I tried.
Yo, I hate to say it, you
Yo,
need the
I
shard,
tried.
bro. You gotta have a shard.
He's got these tiny little figures. Nice.
Look at that
More Italy shards.
jump shot in there.
Miss
Mm.
Bones. I assume this is your new username on YouTube. Every time
Malice,
I see
malice,
this, I
malice.
think of you. And this is what I like is like when you know somebody that on like North Bay, like I know Brian collects Ragnarok, right?
Mhm.
And then whenever I see this card online, I think of you. I
Yep.
literally do. I say, oh, I wonder if he's seen this one. You said I got a shot at a Peely with the 10 at auction. I don't have a shot. I can guarantee you I have no shot. The only
Oh.
card I won't say that. Like Gold Trooper and Aura are like ones that like I'd chase for a super expensive price.
Mhm.
I don't know if I can do it. I'd rather buy a box and try to hit a Peely. I really would. I think that's more my speed is to go out in flames. All right, Wes, let's see what you got. All right, I didn't talk about Sparkle Specialist 10 Red Knight Italy. Dang. Sparkle Specialist
That
is going
red.
hard on the Italy's. That's dope. All right, let's see what you got. Plague. I wish it was the female version. I love the female version of this skin.
Yeah, I wish it was a female version for this one too.
I don't know why when they did the duos across the entire set they didn't add her.
Yeah.
That was a
That was
missed
a yeah, that
opportunity.
was a weird
It's a weird
X on that
reason
one.
they didn't do that. There's so many ways they could have done that. All right, and you got probably the skin I hate the most out of Series 1, a
Mhm.
90s mom. Yeah, I can't.
I
But
like
the
she's not
shard
she's
is
not
dope.
bad. She's not bad. You can
The
get much
shard
worse.
part is dope. I love the color in
Yeah.
the background. The shard part is dope. And then you get the hollow. I thought this was a crazy deal. I saw him pick this one up. I was like, oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one. And then Brainiac. You got these
Yeah,
for
that
really, really
green.
good prices. Prices. Really, really
That
good
green
prices.
hits, man. I love this right here.
Oh, I love this too. Grades don't matter because a 2 and a 5 don't matter because the shards look so
Listen,
great. Skull Ranger is one of those ones like I
one of those ones.
agree. Depending on the
Yep.
price, grade doesn't necessarily matter.
Yep.
But when I say that, I returned that wild card and the hunting rifle.
You did.
I say that, but they were so scratched up. Maybe
Y-
I should have got them graded because you know when in a slab, you don't really see the scratches
you get
as
over you get
much.
over it pretty quick in a
Yeah, but
slide.
like in person, if it's not graded, those scratches be killing me.
Yeah.
They do. They be killing me.
See, I believe in placeholders. I will take a PSA 6, PSA 7 till I can go up for
Those
sure.
were those were like PSA ones. I
Yeah, I
swear.
take that too.
In Italy 9, nice, nice. Matthew Fair. I know these are tens. He's getting
That
to the
Opti,
Optichrome game, which I'm trying to get into.
that Opti, man.
He said, "Why y'all so interested?" All
Oh
right,
man,
and reverse Optichrome. I need to get some Optichromes and some Series 3.
yes sir.
Barracuda. Flutter. I had to look at the name on that one.
It's a dope. That's a dope card though.
No,
I
it is a
like the
dope card.
placement.
I love the blue. That joint's dope. I like that
Like
one.
the extreme overlay over the Fortnite logo. It
Hmm.
really does something to the cards skins on there. It really do. It pops a
Yeah,
lot more.
I really like what Panini did with the cards. I mean, we
Yeah.
can complain all day.
It took me a while to get used to it. I ain't gonna act like it didn't. It took me a while, a
I
very
just
long
said
time.
he's just here looking for investment advice. All right,
Yo,
we got a PSA
dang.
10 reloaded. I saw another PSA 10 reloaded, and I was like, "Oh man, they're popping up, and I'm interested in some of these."
I like
Um,
this. I like
this is
this.
pretty cool. I love the moving cards, and I want some of these graded. Oh,
Yeah.
do you think Tag will grade that?
I don't know.
Because it's lenticular. They're very
They might.
particular.
They might.
Ooh, I might have to try that. You know who I get? Fish sticks. I'm more
Yeah.
forget like the emote ones. I want the character ones. Drift, Fish sticks,
Mm-hmm.
Dyer,
Rag. I think Ragnarok is
Ragnarok's
one.
in there.
Yep.
Are there any others? Those are the ones I can remember. I definitely want Fish
Yeah.
stick. Oh, Calamity.
Yeah.
Definitely need Calamity.
Definitely. Calamity is
Definitely
yeah.
Calamity.
Calamity's up there.
Dang, Rob, I should have done that. You know that 5 card thing I did. I
Yeah,
should have sent
yeah.
one in. Next
But you
time. Next
said you
time.
said you said it's open now though, right?
Yeah,
Like you
but
can.
it says 5 per person.
Oh, dang.
So I don't know if that means can I just do a new order?
That's what I'm wondering.
I might try it. Like, I just gotta do separate orders.
Yeah,
All
there
right,
you
may
go.
have to wait for
Oh,
it to come back. You know that Shardnut does like, or all these people do those like every month they send in some.
yeah,
If
yeah,
they keep it open, I'll do that. I'll make that sacrifice. Send 5 a week, or 5 a month, or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
True man with the hollow. Ooh,
Isaac. Yeah, funny, bro.
Isaac, you're hilarious, man. 10 Dark Bomber. What do you think?
Love it.
Love it.
Love it,
I
man.
saw. I wanted to add this one. This one was in. I saw one of these in the
I
Facebook group.
I yeah.
And I was like, dang, we should have included like Facebook and Discord because that might have made it into my top 10. I don't know. I mean, my top $500 ones.
Yeah,
I don't know what I would have got rid of, but a 10 hollow foil is pretty spicy.
man. At one given time, man, that was a whole different conversation when it came to PSA 10 hollows.
Yeah, it was. And like, oof, yeah, I need one of those cards back.
Ooh,
Dang, he got the Drift Italy
that's a
Pop
one.
4.
My goodness.
I don't know what you're doing with the lighting, but dang, you're making these Italy's
Yeah,
pop.
his pictures is top tier. That is for sure.
Look how many people like that joint fire. Actually, I gotta fire this joint too. Not that I didn't fire all the rest of you guys's, because everything I've seen so far is dope, but I had to fire that one. Ooh,
Look at that Optichrome. That joint hits, bro. That
how
joint
hard is
hit.
it to hit Optichrome in Series 3?
It
I think is an interesting subject that we
yeah,
won't be able to touch for a long time. But
yeah.
that could be a play that no one's paying attention to is Opticoms for Series 3,
Mm-hmm.
because that's pretty dope. This is a card I wanted to add to my 500, but I couldn't find one for a good price.
Yeah. It's not as easy to find as people may think. You can find them. Like it's spurts. It's weird with series 3. What you see sometimes is for certain cards they won't show up for a while, and then next thing you know, five will pop up, and obviously when it comes to like grading and stuff, once people get their submissions back, so it's always interesting.
All right, let's see. I'm not even paying attention to you guys. I do not give investment advice. No one sue me, please. All right, Skull Trooper Hollow 10. This is what I was just talking about. Like
Hmm.
I I think one started in an auction. I think this is a great card. I think Hollows from Series 1 for the right price are great cards to
Yeah,
acquire. And then we got Munitions
that's
Expert 7, Funk Ops,
Funk Ops,
Triceratops, Tricera Ops,
Ops. Yep.
Tricera Ops. I like her a lot. I own her. I never wear her anymore, but I like her and I like Rex. I just don't rock them like that, and that plays a big part into what I'm willing to like. I've had her and I've given her away. If I don't
Hmm.
rock the skin, like I don't know, it's easier to let go. What about you?
Hmm. Mine's is more so it's cemented in my collection. Like to your point, it's a lot of skins that I don't wear anymore. So when I get the card, it's like kind of a memory of when I wore that skin. That's kind of how I do it.
And this is a 10 Arachne, still an amazing looking card. Love that.
That is a beautiful card right there.
This ain't even funny. This is not funny. Where you get that at? Wait a minute. I gotta prove y'all. He did not pick that up. Don't listen to him. Look.
Yo,
These my cards.
Dylan be capping like he got PC cards. The fact that he sold that to West is crazy.
I did not sell this, guys. Do not listen to Wes. Look. It is still in my collection, okay, sir. Come on now. Don't you know what?
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That's messed up, you know. And for people who say
What it,
I have a couple
no,
Series 1 USA shards too. Come on
what
now.
would have been funny is if you wouldn't have been able to find it. That would have been funny.
Yeah, like my screen where it froze like Rob's when he's ripping cards for people.
There you go. Even though I pull heat, don't get it
Yeah,
twisted.
you do pull heat. You do pull
Yeah.
heat. He said I can't ship it till I get paid. That's wild. That's wild.
Yo,
No, that's next level
nah,
trolling, Westrom. That's next
that's
level.
funny.
I can appreciate that. That's next level.
All right, so the next transition, we already at an hour 53. Let's get into these verses, bro.
Oh
Starting
man.
starting off hot, bro. Starting off
Starting off
hot.
hot. All right, let me get my brain ready. I was playing Fortnite till 4 a.m. with Black Ash last night. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
I'm working on like 5 hours of sleep. So if my decisions are not top tier, that's why. You
Yo,
wanna
so
go first?
yeah, I'll go first. This answer would have been a lot different a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Um,
Really? Oh, this is
yeah,
gonna be interesting.
uh, I would have went with Sparkplug, but as time went on, and I kind of evaluated the series three, I'm going
Hold on, I'm
Jules.
supposed to.
I'm going Jules on this one.
All right, I have to tell you guys without a doubt. I think Jules is cool. I do. Um, Spark plug all day. I
Yeah.
think she's a little bit out of the limelight right now, but she's still
Mhm.
used and she's still a top tier skin. And this season is great for her. I think Sparkplug is a forever skin and one of the top of Series 3.
Yeah.
So I'm going Sparkplug for sure. I just put
Yeah.
it into the poll into the chat if you guys want to answer.
Yeah.
Um, the mechanist.
Yeah.
I the mechanist. I can. God dang it! I told you guys I'm working on 4 hours of sleep because of Black Ash.
Yeah.
No, I
No,
know what
but
I'm saying. That is the most popular skin this season, though.
well, if you even look at the way Series 3 is laid out, it is focused around obviously Chapter 2, Season 2, and Chapter 2, Season 3. Uh, and if I put Midas as high as I do, then I have to put Jules up there as well. And that's kind of what changed for me when it came to Jules.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Midas pulls Jules up. I
Yeah.
think that like right now I'm big on used, but like use like what people love and what they use all the time. But F Charlie Wynn does this dive into characters and their backstories and
Hmm.
revitalizes that. Like, I mean, it's gonna flip everything back on its head. I'm so sick of Fortnite flipping this on us. Like, no comics, just comics. No stories, just stories. So it'll be interesting.
Ha, West Drum. That's funny. She does. I rock with that. Shameless is a great show. Wild show, but a great one. All right. What was the poll?
It was a spark plug lost 30% to 69%. Jules won.
Mm,
All right, so y'all should
okay.
sell all your spark plugs for like, I don't know, $25, $30 on eBay. Just saying.
And
Bring that
then
price down.
next,
Ooh.
this is super easy for me. I'll let you go first.
Um, I have to go with Zadie. I've been chasing this card for forever. She never pops up.
Mhm.
I've never been a huge fan of Echo personally, although both are top tier skins and both have huge fan bases. I just personally like Zadie a lot more, and the gold hits, and I think it's a badass skin to be honest. So I'm
Yeah.
going Zadie.
Yeah, Zadie's for sure, and then obviously she's connected to the storyline as well. Yeah, lightly connected that is. But yeah, this one is very interesting. Echo is trending very high. In that purple background, hard to grade. It could get interesting as time goes
She
on.
is hard to grade. That is the
Yeah,
thing. And Zadie will most likely be easy to grade
it
based on
is
how
easy.
good Aura did.
Yeah, it is
So
easy.
keep that in mind.
Hmm.
Because I think when we compare these, we're talking about PSA 10s.
Yeah, yep.
Freaking Warfighter. You sound like Dirty Dan, man. All right, how many votes do we
Haha,
got?
warfight,
7 votes.
warfighting.
Anybody else want to vote? We got
Oh,
21 people on. I want to see some votes on this one. We got 21 people. Let me get some more votes in here. All right, we got 8 votes. Like I'm really interested in this Echo versus Zadie. I think this is a really strong fight, to be honest. So
warfighter's
I,
hard,
I, I
man.
want to see where it lands because we see a whole lot more Echoes than we do see Zadies.
Yeah,
Like a
that
Zadie
it,
hardly ever
which is
pops up.
which is ironic because it balances them out because Echo is harder to grade, but you see her more. Where Zadie is easier to grade, but she just doesn't pop up. So very
Correct. We're
interesting.
saying these are in tens. And if you know
Yeah,
anything,
Echo is
e-
not easy.
Echo is not easy to tend.
Yeah, not at all.
But even with that fact, we're at 12 out of 21. So that's like the
Mhm.
majority. I'll end it there. Um, Zadie won by a landslide, 75%.
Wow, I wasn't. I thought it was gonna be closer to 50-50 on that one.
Yeah, I did too, especially with the only one, but maybe people
Yeah.
just aren't chasing Echo like that right now. But no, I definitely think Echo deserves a little bit more respect, even though I picked Zadie.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, she's and I mean, to be honest, if more Fortnite cards come out, more than likely they won't approve the gun in hand. So these ones both stand out for that instance.
Mm. Ooh.
Red
Wait,
Knight
wait. Let
versus
me put
Fish
the
Stick.
poll in here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Jeez. Red Knight
Shout out to Kari for these, by the way.
or a fish stick. I spelled fish stick wrong, did I? Oh, no, it's good. All right, you want to go first? You want to go on this one? You want me
I'll
to?
go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Uh love Red Knight. But Fish Stick just has a lot going for him. He is a meme skin at his finest, but he also has the usage rate, great looking card, and for me personally, that is the season 8 variant of Fish Stick, which aligns with the way I collect. So it has to be Fish Stick for me,
Um,
and the comics, by the way.
I could never care less about fish sticks. I could never. And then I read the damn comics, and then I loved the damn thing. Like I
Yeah.
loved it. I just loved every scene, and it worked so perfectly. And now I have one of the prints for one of the
Hmm.
pages of fish sticks diving into the water. I'm
Yeah,
team fish
yeah,
sticks.
yeah.
I've changed. I've flip flopped over to team fish sticks. He's never hit prices anywhere close to Red Knight.
And he's only had 3 cards pop up for auction over the past 3 years, I believe.
Hmm.
But to Red Knight's defense, anytime she pop up, she sells like crazy and she sells high.
This
So
this this might be true. He might have higher
yeah.
usage.
Mhm.
Red Knight's
Fish stick
super
is up there.
expensive though. Fish Sticks isn't. There's lots that go into it. But Fish Sticks is memeable. He's well known in like all Fortnites. They know there he's well known. I had
What
to go Fish Sticks.
what's ironic is him and Chaos Agent, obviously Midas, but him and Chaos Agent are anomalies, and this is where you wouldn't expect them to do
How
what
did
they
I
do when
type
it
it?
comes to usage.
How did I type it? Warfire? Did I say sticks? No, I said fish stick. but I say
No, you
fish
said
sticks. I say it
yeah,
with an S.
but you
I'm
write it with a
hungry.
but you write
I
it
wrote
without
it. I wrote it
it.
singular right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard because I'm always
It's
thinking
easy.
about food. All right, fish sticks won. I mean, we only got 9 votes, so half the people voted.
Yeah.
Fish sticks won 66%. Um, but there was
That's
only 9 people who voted, so some of the people must be on the fence or just playing
yeah.
Fortnite or
It might have
sleeping
been hard
still.
to it might have been hard to pick because Red Knight card wise, she's in a
It's
different
dope.
stratosphere at this moment. She her PSA 9 so well and her
Mhm.
PSA 10 so obviously even better. So yeah.
First, you guys make fun of how I spell. Now you're making fun of how I speak. I told you I only got 4 hours of sleep. God dang.
All right, let's go.
Oof.
Okay.
This is not even worth it.
Yeah, that sounds easy for me
This is
too.
disrespectful to links. Disrespectful.
No,
Nope.
the
I'm not
context.
even.
I know what
I
Kyrie
know.
was. I
I
know what
know.
Kyrie was
I
doing here.
know.
But the reason why I'm saying I know what Kyrie is doing here is because they're actually both hard to grade as well. Arctic Assassin a little bit harder to grade, but Lynx is not an easy gem either. I'll go first since I'm already talking. Yeah.
What the heck?
I'm going with links on this one. I know what Arctic Assassin represents to the hobby when it comes to grading. I know Warfighter. This is Warfighter. I think this is Warfighter's card right here. But yeah, I'm going links PSA 10 on this one.
So yeah, I had to say if you spell out both their names, one says one thing and the other one doesn't say that, so I'm gonna have to go with links. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be
Ha,
cryptic about it.
you wow for that. You're
Oh.
wow, bro. You're wow.
Oh man. No, links is OG. I love links.
Nah, yeah. Nah, I do like Shifty Shafts, Arctic Assassin, dope era. Like y'all heard me say that before, but yeah, Lynx is a win for me.
I have to say that
Warfighter said I refused it. I knew Warfighter. I knew this one would be hard for you, bro. You
I
gotta
have to
vote.
s- I have to say if a skin is a battle pass skin and it's fighting for like top usage, especially if it's an old skin and it's a
Yeah.
battle pass skin and it's still fighting for top usage, you have to pay attention to that. That's why Elite Agent made it into my top $500 submission
Mhm.
was because that's a season 3 battle pass skin. High, I think what level 80 or some crap like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was high
Yeah.
and it's still in one of the most used skins. Top
Yeah.
100. I forget exactly, but it's way top 100, and
Yeah.
it's super old and super well used. So when Lynx is up there too, so you got to pay attention to that kind of thing. I think that says
Yeah.
a lot.
Because I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, I think she's anywhere between 50 and 60. I think I can't remember for sure. She might be a little bit lower than that, but she's somewhere around that.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this poll. Now, this is an interesting thing. So Lynx got 80%, Arctic got 20%. Lynx is series 2, and Arctic is what is it, Richard? Is that a shard versus an ice? Am I seeing that right? Just saying.
No,
Let's get
Warfighter. I
max.
know Warfighter. I knew this one would be hard for you, bro. That links is makes it tough for sure.
Yeah, yeah. She probably is as clean as skin in game. She's
I
she's like what the superheroes should be, but the superheroes just turned it. I'm not getting. Never mind. I'm about to slip up, man. I gotta stop.
I hated Kari for this one, by the
Oh
way.
wow, this one's tough.
I hated Kari for this one. I'll let you go first. How about
All
that?
right, so we're gonna say Drift or Skull Trooper.
Oh shoot.
All right, I'm gonna have to say Skull Trooper. When I see Skull
I ain't mad at that.
Trooper, he is Fortnite. Besides Bright Bomber,
Hmm.
I think way more people are gonna recognize and respect Skull Trooper. There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of people respect Drift. I think he has like a major impact, but Skull Trooper is I think almost on a different level in terms of like recognition and he made me think about buying a holo this week when I was
Yeah,
looking at the 500. He really did. He made me think about buying a PSA 10 holo. I have to go with Skull Trooper for this
yeah. No, I can't disagree with anything you said on that one. That's what makes it tough because Skull Trooper is that iconic. Y'all know if y'all go all the way back, I personally had Skull Trooper over Pilly. He's just that iconic to me, but obviously Pilly outpaced as time went on. But drift is just something when it comes to drift, when it comes to my experience personally. So drift wins by a slight margin. Obviously, Skull Troopers in my top five as well. Just drift is a little bit higher. But to Richard's easiest versus ever, it's almost as easy as Moisty versus anybody. But that as we go on, so we can continue on to that
Damn,
one.
shots
So
fired.
listen,
Don't
because
do Moisty like that.
Richard always trying to come back drift, so I had to throw that out there. But yeah, nah, all love, you know what I mean, Rich.
All right, I'm in that poll. Skull Trooper won 70% to 30%, 10 votes. Still got 8 people sleeping. Um, damn,
Yeah.
yeah, Rob went in on that one. I don't know what to say with you. I don't
Rich,
know
you
what to
be
say
coming
now.
that drift too much, bro. I ain't hear that, dog. But
I'm
for
taking
real,
Gold Trooper over both of them in a 10. I'm just saying,
I
me
ain't mad at that
personally.
either. I mean, those ones right there, bro, at that top, it's a tough one.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Richard,
that's
like,
true.
yo, Rich, I had to throw that back, bro. You gave me the alley. What you want me to do? Oh man,
Ginger Gunner versus Shadow Ops. Man, this one. I'm put
this
Shadow
is actually
versus
this is
Ginger.
actually tougher than I thought it would be.
Um,
I'll go first. I'll go
yeah, you
first.
go first on this one.
This one is close. Although I do like Shadow Ops, I like that she has a bow action in her hand. I think Ginger Gunner has a little bit more going for her. So I'm gonna go Ginger Gunner on this one.
Yeah, Warframe. I don't know why it does that. There's like 69%. 30. I don't
Yeah,
understand why it does the
they're
1%.
they're
Yeah, I
they're
don't.
wild for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Which one did you? You went Ginger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have to
What?
go Ginger too because I think that Ginger is more well known.
Mm-hmm.
Um, than
And
Shadow Ops. Like you
they're
have to
both
dig
so
it.
OG,
Yeah,
bro.
they are both OG, but like you have to dig into your knowledge for Shadow
That's
Ops.
yeah, that's deep. That's deep knowledge right there. That's deep
But like
knowledge.
you said, the sniper thing is cool, but that's like stuff that it's gonna be hard for people to like put together a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but dang, I don't know. That Shadow Ops card looks dope. The
That
more I
gen is
look at it,
with that like burgundy cranberry
yeah, it's
red.
a dope
Yeah,
looking
yeah, yeah.
card. Dang, I don't even like red cards like that, but that red is nice.
It's a
That like
nice one.
cherry dark, I like it.
Oh, that's a
I
good one,
s-
Wolf Rider. I like that compare that connection.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of skins with that hairdo.
Mm-hmm.
That
That
style goes
that
across a lot.
vibe.
This is probably the best
Yeah,
one in my opinion. Of those, I have to go Ginger just because you compare it with the male version.
Mary Marauder.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, so I'm gonna go Ginger. All right, I'm interested to
yeah.
see.
That
10
was a good
votes,
one, Richard. Good one.
50-50. That was probably the hardest one tonight.
That was a hard one. That was a very
50-50.
hard
That was
one.
a hard one. Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
This one's actually easy for me, but Hush versus Hayes. What you going with, bro?
I'm gonna have to be completely. I
Oh,
like
that's a good
both of
one.
these. I own
Yeah,
both these skins, but I rocked Hush for multiple seasons in a row.
yeah.
Um, I love Hush, one of my favorites. I
Hmm.
don't know which one wins out over time. It could be Hayes.
It could be.
Um, Hush is way higher in the market right now. But like again, not to like toot our own horn, I talk about Hush a lot. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. She's more popular right now in the card market, I think. But I'm going with Hush just because I love Hush that much.
Yeah,
Also the tins seem hard to find, to be honest. But
yeah. They're both pretty tough on the gym side. Hayes is obviously slightly tougher or a lot tougher in that case. But um I'm with Dylan on this one. Hush, that
dang,
blue,
for real?
that
I thought you were
yeah.
gonna go Hayes.
Nah,
So
nah, nah, nah. Hush is a different card, bro. You already know I said
yeah.
that blue with Hush is that joint hit with the red eyes. Uh yeah, that's a card. And I actually love the skin as well, specifically the double agent one too. But yeah, this one
As
hits
part of
for
my
sure.
PC here in tag, and I only have a 9. But Hayes is also what do you call it? Surf Witch's like
Yeah,
main
yeah.
skin.
Hmm.
So that's interesting too. So I'm not mad at anyone who votes for her. I just love Hush too. So
You see what Richard said, bro? Yeah,
yeah, you look at Hush. She literally looks like she's about to kill you. So I can get that. Like I can get that. I don't. I ain't mad at it.
You be saving fallen knives, bro. Go
Yeah, I
ahead. Oh,
do.
we go. What's what's the poll, bro?
Surf Rich would beat Hush, but not
Yeah,
Haze.
there you go.
I
I
can
agree
see
with that.
that. I can see
Yeah, I
that.
agree with that.
The
Yeah.
poll is Hush 63% and 36% to Haze.
Mm, okay.
I want you guys when Surf Witch comes out and you guys start buying, I want y'all to hold that Series 1 mentality about Tender Defender. Y'all love y'all some Surf Witch. So y'all better hold that. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm with you, Cash. I think Haze is underrated. All
Yeah.
right. This is disrespectful, guys. So I wish there were still Kunos available on eBay because I still think my best purchase was buying all 30 of those Kunos for under $25 or under $50 or whatever,
Mhm.
and then grading them. I still think that was my most smartest move. Although I sold them at cost or less to Black Ash, but regardless, I still think that's one of the most underrated skins. Kuno is super sweaty, um, great looking skin.
Mhm.
I would say it's a timeless skin. Now the first anime skin, yeah, it has its like notoriety a little bit, but I don't think it touches Kuno personally.
Yeah. Ironically, we are on the same page with this one again. Kuno the pose. You know how I feel about poses, but the pose and just
Against
listen. No,
fucking
listen.
Black Ass, that's
Thanks again, by the way.
that, that's the
Yeah.
rudest. That's the rudest thank you I've ever heard. That's literally the rudest thank you.
Yeah, nah, Kuno is and she has really great styles, by the way. She's kind of underrated for how many variants she has and how great they are across the
Hmm.
board. So
That
yeah, Kuno's
PlayStation
one.
variant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She has some ones, bro. She really does. But
Dang, I
I
want to
do,
wear Kuno now. That's right.
yeah, yeah. Kuno wins by a landslide for me, but I will say I do like that Lex as an anime style on the card. It looks really dope. But yeah, Kuno wins this one.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. 100%. But
What did the poll say? Yeah.
9 votes. People are falling asleep at the wheel. 88% to Kuno, 11% to Lexa. Funny
Yeah.
though, Lexa at one point was selling for like 200, and Kuno never hit those prices. So that's
No,
really
Lexa,
funny.
like Warfighter said, Lexa fell off hard, but she was on the promotion of the boxes, right? Was she not? Like as in like what you can pull. Like didn't they say like
Mm,
look out
maybe
for I think they said look out for Lexa on there if I'm not mistaken. And people take that to heart. So yeah.
facts. Blue
The f-
Indigo is fire. I wish I had
fire
that skin.
fire. Fire.
That's a dope skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really did fall off hard.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. It was pretty tough for her. Pretty tough.
Yeah, that was coming. All
No,
right,
but
it's
that
twelve
yes.
fifteen. I saw some people message me in the Discord. I'll take a look. That's like I'm tired as heck.
Yeah.
I cannot keep up with like the young guys anymore. Like I used to be able to game. It's like 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Bro.
I was in these sweaty lobbies with Black Ash and his squads, and um, it was late. I was like this.
Yeah, it was taxing on the mind.
I mean, not really. We were just chilling, really, just playing regular squad. I can't stand this season. I
I
cannot
think
stand it.
I think the Mavs won, by the way.
No way. Did the Mavs
I,
win?
I think so.
I'm about to look up.
Oh my god, did they
Oh,
what the
not only
heck
did they
happened?
win, where have y'all been all series? 40 points? They won by 38 points.
Bro, what the heck happened? Can somebody tell us what happened in this game?
Mavs in 7. Let's go, Black Ash. Mavs in 7. Mavs in 7. Good night, Warfighter. Have a good night. Thanks everyone for stopping by. If you guys are
Yes,
hopping
sir,
off while
Richard.
we start
Yes,
talking
sir.
sports.
I know, right?
No, I appreciate you all for stopping by. Comment, share, like. Thanks to Inky Breath for the $20 donation today. That really
Yes.
goes a long way. It goes straight for our Discord, so that's awesome. We appreciate you. Yeah, I'm disappointed that they didn't win Game 3 because I really want the Mavs to win, and I
Yeah.
feel like they're kind of fumbling the bag right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This
But
was what do you
what
do,
can you
man?
do? I
Yeah.
and if they But if they win, like I don't know what the prices are right now, the cards. If they win the finals, if they go on a 4 game streak, can you imagine how
Yeah,
insane that would be?
I think it's a wrap, bro. But
Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
yeah,
But
yeah,
could
yeah.
you imagine?
Oh
They
yeah,
just won by 40 points.
yeah. That 3-0 is serious though. That is a serious one. That is hopefully they make it competitive, but I mean, I have no idea what happened tonight. I have to see. I have to watch that. I got to see what happened. I don't know how it was 122 to whatever the heck it was, but um
But
three
yeah,
one. Yeah, I think that was yeah. I mean, it was 3-1, but yeah, Kyrie got the experience in that one.
it's gonna
Basketball
be
is a
tough.
basketball is a momentum game, but we know what that 3-0 is. So they will really have to be they will have to be one of the best teams in history to come back from this, and let's see if they are.
I need a really good Kuno cracked ice nickels, like a really nice clean one. For tag, because I broke my PSA 9, and then
Yeah,
I saw why it had like an indent on the back.
yeah,
But I got a 7, and so I'm
yeah,
gonna need another one at some point.
yeah.
I don't know why that one's got so bad. You got a clean Kuno? All right, Richard. If you don't want it, we can figure something out. Sure, we can figure something out. All right, y'all. I'm
Yeah.
I'm so tired. All right, we're gonna call it here unless you're gonna stay
Yeah.
on and talk sports, Rob.
Nah, max, bro. I am super maxed.
It's
I'm done.
12:15. We will be back next Friday,
Yeah,
and possibly have another premium episode on Wednesday. Who knows? We'll
yeah,
see how we're doing. It's a big week for me. So
yeah.
talk to you guys next time.
Have a good one, y'all.